because they had a container that they emptied from China, and what normally they have to do is you're supposed to empty it and clean everything in it, like basically spray off anything that was open. And if you see any suspect items, you're supposed to notify customs, and they come by and they take care of it. Well, Noel was like, well, we don't want to do that because it's going to take too much time. So they just didn't. And
Oh,
then, like, 4 months later, Lantern flies in the United States. I'm 100% positive it was Noel. Like, destroyed the ecology of the United States.
I have no doubt. If
I've
people knew how many weird things. Sorry.
I've discovered how to kill the pigs. You just hover over them and press R. I think we won.
Actually, pressing 2 turns them into a pile of meat and bones.
Pressing R turns them into a pile of meat and bones.
They have
well,
like a
because
little 1 and
it
2.
shuffles them, yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're designed that way to make it easy for me to plop them down and easy for you to stand on their corpse without a figurine intersecting. All right, well, I have my stream up. We're all here. Shall we begin? You guys can place yourself right here on the edge of the map. There's a bit of a rise. You can see you guys sneak up on the shadow of the rise here, and you'll have to do a bit of a climb to get up there. You'll definitely not be able to bring any animals with you.
Charisse, stay behind. This could be dangerous.
Rowana's coming with us.
All right.
It could be dangerous for her to stay here.
Rowana says, I'm a good climber. I used to climb trees back at the farm. Oh, the farm. And then she cries.
I like where this went.
And then she cries.
Somewhere in the distance, you hear the beating of drums. There's wailing. Wailing in the distance.
Well, this isn't the Picts. I think we found whalers. Because there's wailing in the distance.
Drums. Drums of war. Epic percussion, 10 hours. That sounds perfect. Don't copyright strike me. So far, it's been pretty good with the ambiences. They don't seem to care. I don't know. This sounds too much like music. God damn it. It's
Do we have to roll the climb, or can we just assume we all get up eventually?
This is actually a difficulty 2 climb. The wall is fairly sheer, and there are sharp rocks at the bottom, so it does pose a significant hazard.
What are we rolling? Athletics?
Yeah, you can roll athletics for it. If you've got a tool, that would help. If you've got,
I have a climbing kit.
Yeah, you got your climbing kit, so...
Can we all use that?
Well, I assume he would have like a hook and a rope, and he throws that up, and then everybody could use the rope, right?
That makes sense. I do have the noose. If you guys would like, I will climb first and lower a rope for people.
That'd be fantastic.
That would be great.
So I will climb now. I believe strong back, athletics, one athletics test. Athletics test that generates 1 success. You generate +1 success. Okay, so I just need to roll under a 19 once.
Yep, you just need 1 success. Easy peasy.
I have 2 successes.
Nice. So you notice as you're climbing that it was raining a little bit and the rocks are slick, so it was really hard, but you're a good climber. You get up easily.
I will put in a python or something, tie off the rope, and lower it down for the others to use.
Be very quiet. There's a pick like 12 feet from you.
The rain dampens the ambient noise, so the distance that your sound travels is considerably dampened by the falling rain splashing all around.
Yeah, but there's this guy like right here.
True.
From last time, we had 2 momentum still sitting in the bowl. Do those go away at the start of a new game session?
Nope. You get them back. You still have them.
Okay,
in fact, when you get When you got
Alright.
your fortune, I got some doom, actually.
Yeah. Okay. I was saying
And,
I just generated one more momentum, so we now have 3 in the bowl.
Cool. And just to double check, is it always athletics, or can we use acrobatics as well?
Acrobatics wouldn't work on this situation.
Okay, athletics it is. I'm gonna give it the old college try, and I'm going to spend a so you can spend momentum to get more die,
Well, hang on.
correct?
He lowered a rope, right?
Yes.
So then the difficulty for you drops to 1 if you use the rope.
Okay. I'm still a little shy on athletics. So I want to spend a momentum to add another die.
Alright.
So rolling 3. Let's hope.
Alright, I ate one of the momentum for you.
Thank you so much. Oh wow, yeah. Okay, I actually succeeded. 2 successes.
All right.
And we get the momentum back.
Yes. Cool.
All right.
Thank you for the rope, sir.
Okay, I'm gonna let Rowana go next because I don't want her to be left down here by herself at any point.
Leave the child behind. It will make her stronger.
Does she make it?
No, I wasn't rolling for her. You can roll for Rowana. I was rolling for the Pict to see if he notices anybody.
Okay, Rowana rolls 2, right?
Yep.
Right.
Just like anybody, she would roll 2 dice.
Five and a 6.
Yeah. She succeeds.
Okay, then I'm going to try and go up the rope next. Ten and a 19, so I fail.
And you create a complication.
Oh, wow.
Oh my.
So you're not trained in athletics, that's why a 19 is a bad fail for you, right?
Yeah.
Oh. All right. So the complication is, as you're climbing the rope, the rain has made the rope slick, and your hands grow tired, and you slide back down to the bottom. Roll an acrobatics to land on your feet. Otherwise, you'll land hard on your butt.
Success. 1 success.
Okay. You take 1 point of damage. It stings when you hit the ground.
Okay. Did I heal up when we slept?
You get all of your points back when you rest.
All of my points back on both resolve and vigor?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Well, then I'm gonna put my stuff up again.
I was just missing 1 resolve, so I'll fix that then.
Well, if I can find where there we go.
As Apophis slides down the rope, I turn to Julius and I say, "What was it that you kept calling him? Was it a poof?"
So many things, but yeah, poofta would work.
So this is our situation now. There's Biltakis and Rowana up the rope. The rest of you down here.
I'm gonna wait.
You-
Yeah, he's up there.
You're up there already? All right.
Yeah.
Yeah, you made
He
it.
climbed
So
up.
I turn around and I say, "Just hold on to the rope and I'll pull you up."
Yeah, I'm gonna try climbing again. And I fail.
This time you didn't make it very far, so you just slide down.
Nope. No complications.
Just hold on to the rope and I'll hoist you up.
I'll
Julius
hold on to the
says,
rope.
yeah, tie it around your waist. We'll get you up.
I'll tie it around my waist.
Classic. The wizard who can't do athletics.
I got 2 successes. One's a crit, so 3 successes. 4 successes because of strong back. I pulled him
Nice.
up swiftly.
Nice.
Was it difficulty 2, I'm assuming?
Let's see.
Or 3 because the rope is now wet.
That's probably only a 1. You can have 3 momentum on that one.
Okay.
And Julius would absolutely be helping you. So
Now you can spend one of those momentum to actually do like you said and make it like you pull him up really fast.
Perfect.
All right. In which case you get 2 momentum.
Yeah, you you move up smoothly and quickly like an elevator.
Okay, so when you get up here, you'll hear a noise. It's sort of like because this Pict over here is actually fully asleep.
Julius, you tend to be sneaky and quick. Is this maybe on your wheelhouse?
Now, from where you're at now, you have a pretty good view of the ruins, and you can see in the darkness a lightning strike will flash in the darkness and illuminate that on the walls, the remains of the walls here, there are Pictish warriors standing guard, looking in all directions, scanning the ruins around the tower. They seem very protective of that main area there. It must be important.
Right around where they picked us sleeping, do we see any bells, gongs, whistles, or something that if they awaken, they'd be able to alert anybody?
You don't see any bells or gongs. You can hear a drum that's all the way over there on the far side of the camp, just beating.
All right. And there's just this one pig sleeping, correct?
That you know of.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Although you can't
we
see
can see.
inside the tents. There might be pigs sleeping in the tents that you don't see.
Gotcha. All right. As hushed as Julius can, he says to everyone else, we should try to go around them. It's definitely not worth arousing any suspicion.
If they're asleep, I'm sure we can kill them quickly.
Well, I definitely could take one, possibly two, if the gargling of the first doesn't wake them.
I can take another.
I'm gonna walk over to this one and pull out my knife.
Well, he's trying to kill the plan anyway, so we should probably go.
All right.
Should we roll stealth for moving up?
The Pict continues to snore. You can roll stealth, yeah?
Okay.
He didn't, which is why I rolled. The Pict might
Gotcha.
have woken up right there.
Alright.
I'm just gonna take my knife and slit his throat.
Okay. He gurgles blood, and his eyes go wide as he dies.
I got 2 successes. I snuck up to look in the tent to see if there are any others.
Okay. You look inside this tent, and what you see in this tent is there are 2 sleeping Picts inside.
I motion for Julius to come over.
Oops, that last last die shouldn't have rolled. Sorry, I only meant to hit 2, and third one popped up. So I got 14 and 15, which is 2. No, my stealth. No, actually, that's 0 success.
No success. You move stealthily, but maybe one of the Picts will hear you.
I take his scalp, by the way.
All right, you just start hacking. Saw. All right. So, as you try to sneak up, one of the Picts groggily opens his eyes and rolls over, and he looks towards the fire. And he's sort of bleary-eyed, and he's like rubbing at his eye. He's sort of just right here.
Can I try to get him before he wakes his compatriot?
Uh-huh.
All right, let's go for
Decap.
Yeah. Well, what would be more silent is trying to do the garrote or trying to just drive a sword through his throat.
Yeah, he might scream if you stab him.
Yeah. Let's go for the garrote. That seems more well thought out, so we'll do that. Okay, so melee. It's 2 dice, and since it's dark, do I have to get 2 successes? Is that correct?
There's a campfire right here, so only 1 success is required.
Okay. I'm going to spend a momentum because I feel like this is a state of urgency.
Oh, absolutely.
So I will go for 3 dice. Three tens, so that is 3 successes.
Nice. All right.
So I garrote this guy, which is damage 2 with melee 4, so I get 6 dice. 3 effects and
2 damage.
2 damage, and then I have 2 extra successes that are momentum that I can turn into damage. So 4 damage and then 3 effects. So for this, was it grappling and unforgiving? But I'm guessing it's not. The unforgiving doesn't work because I haven't set something up for this. Correct?
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah, I think you need to exploit for unforgiving. Although you caught him completely bleary-eyed and groggy, and it would be...
I don't know how exploit works to know if that's exploit or exploit is an action that you have.
Yeah, you'd have to do the
Yeah,
exploit for a
exploit
turn, and then the
Gotcha.
next turn you take advantage.
All right, so that would be 4 damage, grappling, and then can I turn the other effects into damage as well?
Yes.
Okay, so 6 damage, and he's grappled.
Okay, you strangle him to death, and he dies.
Yeah. And I give Julius the stink eye.
Understandable. Let's see. There's still one more sleeping picked.
What did Julius do?
He rolled poorly on the stealth and woke the guy up.
Oh, gotcha.
Wasn't as I stepped on a twig somewhere around crossing.
See, that's why I just didn't roll for stealth at all.
Yeah. But we had a slightly clever pick who got a good roll.
All right, so
Anyway,
one guy.
that last one, he's asleep, so any hit is death to him, correct?
Correct. Yeah. Do you want to finish him off?
Yeah, let's try to take him out.
Do you have like a bladed weapon to slit his throat?
Better. I have a weapon that'll cave a skull in.
All right, you're just gonna smash him.
Yeah, I got a sap.
All right.
Really good for making sure things don't move no more.
I mean, that's more of a knockout, though, isn't it?
Well, with the intense effect and the ability to absolutely crush somebody to death with it.
Before you do that, can I check this other tent just in case?
If you're already there, yeah, I suppose.
I check inside this tent.
You look inside the tent and you see a small wooden chest.
Oh, okay, no.
Kill it. Kill the chest.
Okay, then I go to the chest and attempt to open it.
All right. The chest is of simple construction. The Pictish barbarians don't know very much about craftsmanship, so it's just sort of sticks held together by twine in the shape of a box. Inside, you'll find a number of rations and a water skin. So 3 rations and a water skin.
Oh, Bo. Okay.
Julius, you want to crush a man's skull?
Yeah, I was just waiting for the looting to be resolved.
Yeah, you're good.
Alrighty. Let's give it the old go. I'm gonna actually flip a... Wait, do we have momentum?
We have 4.
Sweet. Flip 2 momentum for me, if you would. So I can roll 4 die. And let's cause some intensive pain. Let's see. This was my melee attack. Melee, where are you hidden? There you are. Okay, so I got... Pull this back up. 1, 2, 3... 3 successes. That should be more than enough to make sure to really put him down.
Yep.
Nice.
Okay, so after defeating the Pictish warriors in this first encampment here, you feel reasonably secure in this part of the camp that you're not going to get spotted right away. It's very dark. The full moon was just the the night previous, I think, but because of the cloud cover and the rain, it's very dark.
Alright.
I'm going to go ahead and put on my scary Pict mask, which is a terrifying looking mask.
All right.
It gives me +1 to threaten. What does that do?
I imagine +1 to threaten.
Yeah, no, but what does that mean? +1 die or +1 damage or?
Does it tell you what?
Combat die, I think.
Yeah. If it's like +1 with the little eagle symbol, that would be a combat die.
Well, no, he just told me it was a +1 to threaten. That's all he told me.
Ah, like to your skill itself. So now you roll with a 1 higher TN on it. Is that right?
Nah, I don't think that's the way it works.
Okay.
I think it's an extra dice on the damage when he rolls it. It threatens an attack that does damage to resolve, so... Usually a +1 on an attack is going to indicate a +1 combat dice. Especially on a threaten. Threaten has like very limited amount of damage. So if you want a strong threaten, you want to boost it as much as possible. And the mask is the way to do it. You look real scary in the mask. If I'm wrong and I look it up later, I'll let you know. But I think it's 1 combat dice.
I tell Rowana it's still me.
Yeah, she knows. She's not dumb.
Do we want to
She
circle
says,
around?
that mask is silly.
Do we want to circle around to each camp and follow through with this as we go?
Julius wants to quickly just reassess the situation, and he does so ask, are we in the business of taking out all these camps, or are we here for something better?
I thought we're just looking for scalps and to scout the area.
Oh no,
We're
heavens.
looking for more than that.
Well, you were light on details, Apophis.
Let me give you a little bit of geographic information here. So when the meteorite came down, it landed very close to here. The forest is flattened to the north of here, and you can see the glowing crater in the distance. So from where you're at, you could actually, on this plateau, you can move towards the crater, but that would be away from the Broch. The Broch is sort of like the Pictish base.
Gotcha.
This is what you were sent to find, and you found it. So now you have the specific location.
We're here to do reconnaissance.
Basically, yeah.
And we're here to collect scalps and star metal as well.
Well, if they have that area guarded there, if they have anything important, it's going to be in that area. So if we planned on trying to assault it or take it in some way, you'd want the outskirt camps taken out first, so they don't have reinforcements coming at our back.
When Julius ponders quickly, he thought that most of the mission was about reconnaissance. He doesn't quite want scalps, and he's not sure what star metal is.
I say, you want star metal, trust me.
Was there no leader we wanted to find, commander we wanted to take out, or at least number we wanted to count to report back to the military?
There is a
there you
leader
go.
that if we have an opportunity, we should take out.
If you can figure out numbers, that would be an advantage. The commander would enjoy that. The Strategos of the Aquilonians, he would enjoy that.
But yeah, it's primarily reconnaissance, get numbers and things like that.
You've already kind of succeeded at your main mission. Anything you do now is extra.
And while I don't mind killing a pig here or there, I don't want to fight enough until I run out of arrows, and then I run out of more arrows.
I'm just hired hand. You tell me whether we're going in for a fight, or whether we're retreating back to report information.
I believe that would be up to our sergeant. In this case, do we have enough information to actually mobilize anyone, sir?
Are you asking me?
You
Yeah,
are the commander.
What was the question again? I'm sorry, I don't understand.
Do we have enough information to go and report back to somebody, or do we need to gather other info?
Oh, no. We need to raid this place.
The three of us raiding the whole place. All right.
We can do it.
Then if that's the case, we should rotate around to the south stealthily.
Let me give you some more information. So, you have encountered 3 Picts in this camp. You can see there are several other campfires, assuming the same numbers. There's maybe like 12 Picts here. And then there's the ones that are on guard. They have an elevated position. They have good sight lines, but they have low visibility. There's very few Picts here, even though this is their base. Most of them are out fighting in the war. Most of them are at Fort, what's this? Tusculum? Fort Tusculum, yes.
Yeah.
So, what
and
he's...
there's plenty of places to hide out here, because if you look, there's these there's these little things sticking out of the ground that we can hide behind and move around on.
So normally there would be 100 Picts here.
Yeah.
So this might be your only opportunity to investigate deeper than this.
Yep.
In which case, my original suggestion stands. We move through, take out each camp,
I agree.
and then try to sneak up on a wall and see if we can get into their elevated position and take them.
I agree.
Julius suggested you should have brought a lot more dynamite and we could have went under the wall. But if you want to go over, we will.
Sorcery.
Well, once we take out the camps, we can proceed. Otherwise, I would suggest, however, that if things go poorly, we figure out a place that we can hold up in order to stay away from any ranged attacks that they're going to start throwing at us.
The Pictish wilderness is a ancient forest. The forest is thick and dark, and if you travel through the forest, it's easy to keep low-key and avoid being noticed, except by the most talented of hunters.
But I'm assuming where we are now, you said it's mostly flattened, right?
You're on a plateau. You just climbed up out of the forest into the plateau where their main base was.
Right.
All right. So yes, Julius gives a very sarcastic bow to Apophis and asks his sergeant to lead the way.
All right, I'm gonna climb over this little wall here
I'm going to stealth on my way south.
with Rowana, and I am going to stealthily walk through here. Do I need to roll it?
Yep. All right. You're moving towards that camp there. It's only a difficulty 1. They're not expecting anybody to be here, and they're probably sleeping, so it's not very hard to stealth through here.
It's a difficulty 1.
Yep.
Okay.
All right. Who wants to roll first?
I got 3 successes, I think. Hang on.
Oh man, 2 momentum.
Oh,
Nice.
No. Two successes.
Yeah.
All right. So
One
we get
momentum.
One momentum out of that. I will spend a momentum and roll a third die.
Go right on ahead.
I have 3 successes.
Nice. I'm going to take one of your momentum, so just going to
Perfect.
stash 1. And I'm going to also roll 3. Come on, roll. There we go. What is that? Ah, 3 successes.
Yeah, we did it.
We banked 2.
We are maxed out at 6.
Okay, so that will put us over here by this tent. Is this guy sleeping by chance?
Nope. He is awake and he is playing his drum.
He's got
I'm
so
going
much
to-
coffee.
I'm going
he's
to
playing the
most
drum, you said?
practiced.
Yeah. Hang on, I'm lagging. Give me one moment. Let me spawn this in. He's got a drum kit here, and let's see. All right. So the drummer, he's here.
Necromancy.
And over here, there are 3 dancing Picts. They're enjoying the music and having a good time in this little side area.
Oh, I didn't see all that shit when I was sneaking over. Shit.
You didn't see them. You still don't. They're behind a wall. But you hear several voices now.
How tall are these walls?
These walls are about the height of a man, so you can peek over them if you pull yourself up a little bit.
Yep.
But they do obstruct view.
I did have to scale this wall to get here, so I would have gotten a higher view.
Alright, Julius, here's the plan. I choke this guy out, and you take his drum stuff and you keep playing so that they don't know anything's going on.
1, I hate that plan. 2, the drums are a terrible instrument. And 3, I don't respect any of that.
There's one
What?
right on the other side of this tent.
He's snoring. He's
I would
asleep.
be absolutely terrified to know what would happen if that drum beat stopped.
Exactly, so, we choke that guy out, or should we go for the 3 dancers first?
We can't see the dancers.
Should we go for the people that we can hear on the other side of that wall dancing first?
That'll be funny. You'll have to keep the beat. You'll have to like continue drumming after you choke him out.
That's what I
Yeah.
mean. Is like, so one of us grabs him, and the other guy takes his stuff out of his hands and keeps drumming.
So there is just one issue with this Bellatarkus.
I'm gonna slit this one's throat.
And the huge problem that we have here is, one, I don't know Pictus war songs.
Well,
I
just
know.
listen to the rhythm. You can hear it right now.
I have no rhythm.
No, come
Assume
on.
I'm deaf in one ear.
All right, then you get him, and I'll take the drums.
All right. I like that a little more.
All right.
All right.
This man kicks quite a bit as he's dying. He can't scream because of the blood in his throat, but he does kick the tent repeatedly, causing the drummer to stop drumming. And
Wait, he heard that over the drumming?
he rolled a really good roll. Did you see it?
Yeah. So me and Julius were trying to come up with a plan to deal with that. Well, you went over and attacked the guy.
Yeah. That's what happened.
Yeah, our sergeant doesn't like us.
Okay, so that Pict is dead, and this Pict is coming over to investigate.
Okay. Julius, you try to ambush him.
Yep.
And
All right.
I will try to take up the drum beat that I was listening to and try to match the rhythm
All right.
while Julius is taking this guy out.
Okay. So I don't know if you want to do drum beat first to keep it going like nothing happened.
Yeah, exactly. So what kind of roll is that?
Hang on. What are you trying to do?
I'm trying to pick up the drum stuff and like start drumming so that when Julius is killing this guy, nobody notices that like anything has happened.
Okay, so you would like to play the drum. Playing the drum is going to require a skill check, though.
I assumed. What skill would we? How about? Is it intelligence, coordination, or agility? I would think would be one of the three things that would go to that.
I would definitely say if you watched him and listened, I would throw either one of the awareness.
I'll let you roll a melee if you're good at melee.
Yeah, I'm very good at melee. I'll roll melee.
Beat that drum. Beat that drum correctly.
All right, I'm gonna burn a momentum to beat the drum correctly.
What about warfare?
Yeah, warfare would work too if you were good at that.
I only have an 8 for
These
warfare.
are war drums.
I have a much higher melee than I do warfare.
Gotcha.
I would also allow some sort of intelligence check, like maybe a lore music.
Well, so if it's lore or warfare, I have 3 successes because I have both of them with the exact same thing. If it's melee, it is also 3 successes, so it just doesn't matter.
Yeah.
Oh no, melee is 4 successes. So let's just say it was 3, and we'll say I went warfare with it because we max out momentum no matter what.
All right.
Nice. And then
So-
Julius will be taking his shot at approximately the time this Pict is turning around to see who started playing their drum.
All right. Take your shot.
You're standing on the wall, so you can see him from there.
If you can get him in one shot, he'll just be dead.
And that is what we're looking for. So, my typical aim to build a single momentum towards the damage. And all that good stuff. This is just a 1, correct?
Difficulty 2 for a range shot at night. In the rain.
Do you want to burn some momentum? We have 6.
Yeah, definitely. Give me all 3 momentum. Let's take 3 momentum. Because of why not? I generate a natural 1 momentum just for doing the thing.
All right,
And
so
let's get the dice. There we go. 5 die, 2, 3. There we go. Da-da-da-da. And we have 1, 2, 3, 4 success and 1 complication somehow.
Wow.
I think they heard. Well, I think they heard the thwong of your bow then.
Okay, so you do hit the Pict. You're gonna have to roll damage. Try to kill him in one shot.
Yeah, ready? So I get 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and that other momentum. Alright, I'm gonna re-roll the blank. Let's see what happens. Come on, 2. Yay! Alright, so that is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 damage total.
It is enough to kill him in one shot. The arrow pierces his brain stem and he drops. Blip. The complication is that as he dies, He actually like lands falling backwards, banging the drum out of your hand and causing your rhythm to break. There are several angry grunts from the other side of this wall here, where these warriors were doing some sort of ritual dance, and they might start moving in this direction. So, all right. Does anybody want to quickly react before they can do anything?
Yes, I'll take that guy's scalp.
I will try to get the drum beat back and try to stand in a position that would be difficult for them to see me at the same time.
You gonna hide behind the tent there?
Yeah,
All
but
right.
while drumming, so that they would have to get like very close before they will see what's going on.
Cool.
And Julius is gonna keep behind this tent just enough to peek out around the corner if you had to shoot somebody from around the corner.
I'm leaving my note unlocked, so be careful. Don't accidentally type into it.
All right. Make another roll for playing those drums correctly.
Alrighty. Alright. How many successes did you get, and did you use all of them, or did we generate any momentum?
It was difficulty 2, and he had what's your target?
I had wait, let me go back and count.
It was
I
like
had
3.
I had 1, 2, 3, 4 success. So
Okay.
I think two momentum
Okay.
carried over.
Then I will burn 1. I will roll 3 dice. So assuming it was the melee, I have 1 success and 1 complication. So I'm panicking, and I'm not getting the rhythm quite right.
All right, you do play the drum. However, one of the warriors investigates. That's the complication. He's going to see a tent and the edge of a drum and a tent. I'm going to roll a look. Let's see here.
Observation. Oh wow.
Oh, wow.
This guy is employee of the month, huh?
He gets 2 successes. So somehow he deduces that something is up, and he quickly goes behind the wall.
Do I know that he thinks there is something wrong?
Well, you've not been confronted by a Pict yet, so all you know is you're just drumming.
Okay. Well, I'm hiding behind a tent, so I wouldn't see him look and then run back
Yeah,
around.
you didn't even see any of that.
Yeah, so unless Julius sees it to basically.
As far as you
inform
know,
us.
you are succeeding.
Right.
Mhm.
Yeah, I'm confident in my.
Even if
drumming
Julius
abilities.
saw it though, you're far enough away that you'd have to give a fairly loud whisper to cross over not only the drum but that distance. So I think we're pretty much in the dark right now.
Literally and figuratively.
I like it.
It's your guys' turn. What do you all do?
Well,
Alright.
convinced that my drumming is perfect, I continue doing what I'm doing unless someone informs me otherwise, or someone tries to stab me in the back.
This drum is portable. It's got a strap. So
Oh.
as long as you use your action to continue your drumming, you may use your minor action to move around.
All right, I will take it with me to like the edge of this wall.
Mhm.
By the way, it's a war drum. The things I'm using to beat on the drum, are these like big enough to be clubs?
They are big enough to be clubs. That's why I said you
Perfect.
could use a melee attack against the drum, because it is, for all intents and purposes, just a big soft club.
Perfect. So if somebody comes around the corner, I am drumming their face.
So I'm going to run along the wall here.
Yep.
Up to here.
All right. So what you see when you sneak along the wall here is that there are 3 Pictish warriors, and they've gathered up their gear, and they're moving rather cautiously towards the edge of the wall here in formation, with their weapons in hand.
It's the exact situation that I want.
Okay. I'm going to whisper, they're coming around the wall.
Should I roll observation to try to hear that above drumming?
Yeah, probably. It'll be a difficulty 2 because the drum is rather loud and you're right on it.
Do I want to spend a momentum?
Hey, go
Yeah.
ahead. We'll get money. The
Yeah,
minute
sure.
some fool walks in front of my bow, we're gonna get like 3 more back.
Yeah. Yeah, I hear him. I hear him a lot, actually. I get 4 successes.
Just 4?
Yeah, the 2 is a crit, and both of the 5s are a success.
Oh, gotcha.
So, yeah, I hear they're coming. I prepare to give somebody a good old-fashioned clubbing.
All right.
Well, I'm going to go ahead, since it's still my turn.
Uh-huh.
I'm going to go ahead and just shout at the one in the back.
This one.
Just one of them. Yeah, either that one or the next one over. Your face is gonna die.
Your face is gonna die.
Sorry, I gotta get myself. Hang on.
He hears your face is gonna die in Aquilonian, and he spins around.
No. Your soul is mine.
Your soul is mine. All right. So he spins around and sees you with this goofy giant mask of terror.
Mm-hmm.
And he gives a big jump because that is the shamanistic mask of the underworld, and only shamans wear it, and it's quite important to his religion and his society, and so it's got all sorts of impact on him that you wouldn't even imagine. Roll your dice.
Okay. So that's 2 dice. That's 3 successes, I think. Hang on, let me make sure.
All right.
Yeah, 3 successes.
Ranged attacks are difficulty 2, I think, because of the darkness. So you generate 1 momentum, and you can roll your combat dice. How much resolve do you tear off this Pictish raider?
5, 6, 7. Oh, come on. Just 3.
All right. With 3 resolve peeled off, he's looking with shocked horror. "A shaman!" he says in Pictish. You probably don't understand. The other 2 Picts are like, "What? What?" So all the players get to go at the same time, and then the Picts will act. So if Julius, did you still want to do something?
Are they still all behind a wall?
They're still coming around the corner. It's the player's turn, so like you can ready your action to hit them with the club if you want.
Although they may be coming after me in a second, so.
Yeah, there's no real telling which side. It doesn't matter. I'll just ready the bow for an attack on whomever steps out first.
Okay.
They may not be stepping out, that's what I'm saying. They may be coming after me.
Then I guess I'll stand here with a bow and arrow nocked.
And my plan is, since I had heard him yell something to them, is to go around the wall and hit whoever I see first with a drum club.
Okay. Bash him.
Alright, so I come around the side. I see this guy. It looks like a... Alright, so I'm taking a melee attack. You said dark, so it's 2 successes required to hit.
Uh-huh.
I will burn a momentum to have 3 dice. I have 2 crits and a success.
Wow.
So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 successes.
That generates some momentum. You can do some bonus damage with that.
So I get 3 extra. I'll put 1 into the pool, so I have 2 extra. So let's see. Do I burn them on dice, or do they just create damage?
They just create 1 point of damage each, and then you roll your dice like normal.
Okay.
Well, couldn't he use it for a cleave through and try and hit more people?
That's true. You can do that. It'll do half of your main attack's damage to the secondary target if you spend 2.
Let's do that.
Yup. And since you generated 3, you can still technically take that last one and add it to your damage.
All right. So I looked it up. A club has damage of 3. Oh, so I actually get 1 more die after that.
Be sure to cleave to this one, by the way.
Okay, so total damage I dealt was 4, 5, and then the effects on it are stun and knockdown.
Well, 5 is enough to actually drop that first target.
I murder him. So the second guy, he takes half damage to any of the effects go onto him.
I think if you turn the effect into a damage, it's just damage.
Yeah, he takes half the damage if you spend 2 momentum to hit a second target.
Gotcha. Okay.
And
so
it's
the effect doesn't carry
unlike
through.
5e, they say you can round up in this system, so he takes 3 damage to vigor from the club.
All right.
So it's like you smack 2 of them in the face. The second one takes less of an impact. The first one took the brunt of it.
You know, it occurs to me maybe we shouldn't have killed the drummer first, because now the people in the center are going to know something's up.
Yeah, that's what we were saying as soon as we got to the wall.
Jesus.
So, my next turn, I'm going to try to take up the drum again and see if I can try to convince people, nah, everything's just fine. This guy's just drunk and not doing a great job.
Okay, so what happens on the pick turn is this one that you smacked will retaliate immediately, but the other one was spooked by the shaman and takes off running.
Oh, yep, there it is.
So he's going over here and parkouring over this wall into here.
You got him, Julius. You got him.
This guy here, he's going to swing on you. He gets a success. He hits. Do you want to parry?
All right. I will attempt to parry.
Since he only barely succeeded, you only need the 1 success to beat him.
Perfect. I have 2 successes.
All right. So he tries to hit you with his spear. He stabs it at you, and you swat it aside with your club.
My drum that's hanging around my neck.
Now, let's see. I've got 3 guards that are pointed in this direction. I'm going to roll for each of them. Bop, bop, bop. And they... They roll poorly, so they actually did not notice anything yet. So back to the player turn.
When the guy was parkouring over walls and stuff, did Julius get a view of him? Since he had readied his bow.
How high
Yeah,
up are you? Are you on the wall? You're not on the wall.
No, I'm not on the wall, because I thought being on the wall would make all the people on the wall able to see you. But I guess it does it.
This is correct. When you are down on the ground level, it's very hard for people at a distance to see where you're at. So, unfortunately, at ground level, it also obstructs your view. So you actually can only see this far right now.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, so I imagine that. I was afraid to jump on the wall, but then Apophis did, and nothing seemed to happen, so I
If
don't
you
know.
move onto the wall here, you can target him.
All right. Would my character actually know that? Be able to like track him, climb, and shoot.
What you saw was you saw one Pictish warrior run past your friend in the direction of the tower.
Okay.
But you lost sight of them. But you know if you had a higher elevation, you might be able to see him.
All right. So Julius will spend single maneuver, just move up, and try to spot the guy.
All right, you parkour up the wall and you spot the enemy as he's parkouring over that wall over there towards the tower.
All right. And you know the rule, no witnesses. So do we have anything left in the pot? How much momentum have we been spending? Or are we at 6 again?
Oh, we're at 6.
Oh, cool. I'm going to spend 2 to try and make this count. And roll 4 die. 1, 2, 3. Lag? Yes, 4. Okay. Wow. That was some lag. Come on, complications today. But I
Wow.
got 1, 2, 3, 4 successes anyways.
Okay, roll some damage.
I wish you could cancel out complications.
It generated 2 extra momentum.
Yep. So we can put 2 momentum back.
No, wait.
Yeah.
Because of the distance difficulty 3, it generated 1 momentum.
Ah, but I have marksman, which reduces the difficulty by 1 range.
Oh, okay. Then 2.
Yeah. Oh no, wait, I can't use marksman. Sorry.
Then
That's a
Alright,
minor action.
Good. Don't worry, guys. We figured it out.
We got it. All right. I always forget what is incidental and what is an action sometimes. Anyway, so roll in 6 bones. And that is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. That's 6 damage. I don't think I need to re-roll the. Yeah, you know what? I'm gonna re-roll the 2 blank because I can.
All
But
right.
why not?
With a gurgle, he collapses back down into the pit of rubble where he's standing there.
Nice. Say a small prayer onto the forest.
All right.
I give Rowana my knife and tell her to scalp the pigs.
All right. Rowana will move towards this pict, I guess.
Turn into one of those donkeys from Dota. And
Oh
start...
wait, is there still a pig standing? I'm sorry, I don't do that.
Okay.
I'm still up here. I didn't realize we were still in combat.
Yeah, I didn't get a chance to full kill this guy yet. He's just mostly dead.
Yep.
He's dizzy. He got clubbed.
I think that is the end of our turns. This is probably him.
Oh, Ian, you weren't doing anything?
I already did my thing. I remember
you started it. All right, so if it's the Pict's turn, this Pict will continue bravely fighting.
Wait. No, the pigs just went. And then...
Yeah, so all the players get to go. So you still have a turn now.
Oh, okay. All right, I thought the retaliation was like an off-turn thing.
No.
Got it. Then I will attempt to clubify this guy. And yeah, let's try murdering him. You know, like you do. And I'll use a momentum. So for me, that is 2 successes.
It barely hits. Roll some damage. No, actually.
You gonna try to parry?
No, barely hitting, it hits.
Nah, his weapon doesn't have parry. He can't.
Okay.
There's no barely hitting in baseball.
7 damage dice.
All right, you lop his head off and he collapses.
Oh, I hadn't gotten the damage yet, but yes, now I think we determined how much is a kill, which is this is enough.
5 damage will do it, yes.
Yep, his head is crushified.
Minions are defeated by 5 damage. Toughened are defeated by more than that.
And then I go back to trying to drum.
Now I tell Rowana to go scalp the pits.
She's on it. She takes her knife and she goes to work. You bastard, you killed my family. I'll kill you. I'll kill you. I'll kill you. Fuck you. She seems to have issues. I don't know.
It's a very three-dimensional character you've created there.
Beltox just, my god, Rowana.
Julius says
that is her major character trait. She is now a berserker that hates Picts.
I like it.
That child needs to be put in the penance box until they feel a little better.
Beltakis, who is still drumming, looks at everyone else and shrugs and just goes, "Do we ever want to do this while we continue on?"
Okay, so that's 3 more pick scalps, which puts me at 12.
Well, hang on. Getting to this one puts you awful close to the tower. They will try to spot you if you get that close.
Julius whispers to Beltakis over his drumming and asks if Apophis knows that there's a lot better ways to make money than scalps. They're kind of pathetic.
You should probably check the tent.
And think about it, these are the Picts that were not brave or strong enough to join the army and go to the east. So this is probably like the invalids, the old men, stuff like that.
We're killing a bunch of senior citizens.
Seniors, and women and children. That seems about right for everything else that's gone on.
Still counts.
No, you actually have not encountered any women or children. These are all warriors, hunters, men. Every last one of them. So where are the women kept? Maybe in those caves.
Wait, when you say those caves, do you mean in the center here?
Yes. The Picts are well known to be troglodytes, cave dwellers. So any Pictish base is bound to have a cave attached to it.
I have a feeling this is going to turn out into cannibal holocaust, you know? We're just all going to get eaten.
But what do I do with this drum? And I'm still drumming.
Julia says, continue playing. We may accidentally get paid by the Picts. Entertainment is not cheap, you know.
I like your enthusiasm, but
That's a cool idea, but you'd have to dress like a Pict. And talk like a Pict. Otherwise, they would be suspicious.
Beltakis is going to ask Rowana if she thinks she'd be able to mimic what he's doing right now to keep the drum beat going.
I can try. I don't know. I've never played a drum before.
No, she's not going to be able to do that.
Well, we're kind of at an impasse, so either I stop drumming, in which case there gives it away, or she tries and maybe it works.
Stop drumming and let's full frontal assault.
So, according to the stats, Rowana...
You're a terrible strategist.
Rowana's got...
Probably the worst.
Rowana's agile. She's got good coordination, good awareness. She's not good at combat, fortitude, or knowledge, though.
Okay, so she doesn't have any of the three things, which would have been lore, warfare, or melee.
I thought coordination could use the drum too. Didn't we say that earlier, or am I crazy?
No, we decided on lore, warfare, and melee, which are the three things that he just said she doesn't have.
She would probably try to use coordination on this. So, I don't know.
Also, arguably, if the drum beat is loud and moving around, who knows what level of suspicion. I just want you to know, like, completely out of character. I have no idea how smart or how stupid the Picts are, and it seems to change pretty rapidly with these guys, so...
Actually, there's not really a coordination skill that fits, so probably not.
Yeah.
Parry.
I simply don't know.
Can you parry a drum?
I don't agree with her drumming anyways. I want to keep her nearby.
Right.
And if we had her drumming, we'd have to leave her in that campsite, and I don't want to do that.
Well, the only other possibility I can think of is that we set up traps, then I stop drumming so that they come and take a look.
Julia says, what do you mean you set up traps if you're drumming?
No, I'm not
like,
gonna say we.
We set up traps.
Yeah, I said we. Like, we set up traps, and then I stop drumming.
That's fine, that's fine. I'm not liking your royal we, though. I think the helmet might be a little tight on your head today.
Oh my god, all of you. I guess so. Either of you good at trapping?
I've done it once or twice.
Alright.
Do I look like I'm good at trapping?
You look like you're good at rushing into situations that mean Julie is having to rush in and save you.
That's
for you.
That's never happened before.
So I'm going to come back here with my drum. Well, Julia sets up a trap, or traps, preferably.
Yeah, let's put some basic snares, I want to say. Could that be enough of a trap to set up?
You're going to have a hard time. Options are limited here.
True.
How do you want to attempt to build a snare in this situation here?
See, that's a wonderful question, because obviously I don't have any trap pieces on me.
Clearly you're going to need some kind of rope. Where could you get that from?
The only person I know with rope, I think what's-his-name had a rope.
I think I have.
Well, also every tent is staked down with a certain number of ropes.
Oh, okay. These are like pup tents. They're not like. Oh, these
Keep in mind, this is their base, but it's been destroyed by a comet. And so these are refugee camps that are just sort of thrown together.
All right, for brevidity, if you would. What would I need to break down the material, and then what would you want to roll to turn that material into traps?
There's no roll for it, but it does take some time.
Okay. I want to try to do this in the quickest amount of time possible.
Would you like me to make a roll to continue my drumming during that period of time, since it's going to be a little bit?
Nah, you seem all right at that. I'm trying to think of how trap building would work as a skill.
Survival is what I think immediately.
Yeah,
It's
you're
for everything
probably
from
right on
hunting and
that.
none.
Are you good at survival? You want to make a survival roll for building the trap itself?
I'm half decent at survival, yeah.
All right,
Let's
that
see.
sounds fair. Go right ahead.
Where's my survival?
You could probably also do it with thievery if you were like a rogue.
Mm-hmm. Where is survival? Why am I going at a...
Yeah, traps are not... Building traps is not in the book anywhere.
Why would it be? It only makes the most sense and seems the most Conan.
I've done enough DMing that I know all you need to do is look at the skills and just wing it. Just find a skill that kind of matches and just pick a difficulty and you're good to go.
Alright, I'm gonna use 2 momentum. Survival it is. Let's roll some bones.
My Star Trek 2D20 game that I play, everything is 2 difficulty. Difficulty 2 minimum. Like, oh my god, it's annoying.
It's usually the average. Let me see. 1, 2. Let me see. 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 successes. For breaking down the pieces of tent and turning them into snares, I suppose, or...
Well,
snares would probably be the best.
So I was trying to explain that it's not a matter of difficulty for tearing down the tent. So you can get the materials. It just takes time. But the role that I require is for building a trap that will work.
Alright, so that means then with... how much time did it take?
It probably took you a good 10 minutes to gather up materials from the tents and the Pictish camp here, but it's okay. It's the middle of the night. It's dark. Nobody cares. Time can pass.
Wonderful.
How many successes?
4.
4. That's really good. Okay, so you have built a difficulty 4 trap. That's going to be really hard for them to spot.
You know, Beltakis, it occurs to me that that drummer may have stopped at any time and maybe no one would notice.
Yes, I'm assuming we caused some sort of commotion to get them to come and investigate. This is an area where it's difficult for them to see us from the walls. We'd be in a somewhat fortified position in order to take out whatever comes to look, and then move to another position and, kind of work through that.
Well, perhaps you should climax your drumming and then end it naturally, and maybe no one will notice.
All right, you're gonna have to perform. You're gonna have to do you know? Are you good at drumming? Do you know a drum solo like that ends in a way
Absolutely not. Beltagus learned the rhythm that he heard that guy playing and is kind of guessing.
All right. Well, you're winging it. Difficulty 3.
Alrighty. Yeah, I will burn 1 momentum, so I have a percentage chance of success.
Go ahead. Did we generate any momentum on the trap set? I don't know what the difficulty was, actually.
So on the trap set, it created the difficulty. So the higher and better you rolled, the more amazing your trap is.
Ah, okay.
So instead of getting momentum, you just get a better trap.
I got 4 successes on my melee to melee this drum successfully.
All right, 4 successes. You beat it violently and then stop. And the Picts will appreciate your violent drumming. It sounds very warlike. All right, nothing else.
Now you can put the drum down.
Again, I still think this is a fortified position that if we caused a commotion, would get others to investigate it. Whereas if we're traveling through here, we're guessing as to what we're going to run into.
I hear you. And I'm letting you do your little strategies, even though I don't think it's necessary. I mean, look how poorly fortified this place is. We could take it easily.
This place has been destroyed. Keep in mind that a comet from space flattened half the forest and obliterated their entire base.
I don't think the place is fortified. I think that there are a bunch of people with ranged weapons on a higher position that can attack us if we go in.
Yeah, I kind of do have a question on a character. If we could take a moment.
What's up?
Yeah, maybe I'm not understanding it. Are we wasting a bunch of time, GM? Should we just be running forward and shooting? Because I don't know. Like, how right is Ian?
You know, there's not a right way to do this. So, you were given a mission that was rather vague. All you had to do was find the enemy base. The Aquilonians, they're like, we need to know where the enemy position is. We need to know how many troops they have where.
Don't tell them what the mission is. They don't know what the mission is.
You're part of the army. Plenty of people would say that everybody just needs more information.
They've heard the mission from me.
Yeah, right. Well, anyway, all I'm saying is you don't have to fight through this place. You just need to know where it is, which you do.
Okay, yeah, that's what I felt like we were told in the beginning, but like,
Now,
I'm
it's
just
never a
figure out-
waste of time because you are collecting scalps, which are worth money. You're defeating some of the enemy forces, and if you do actually push forward into the base, then you'll actually go down inside of it, which nobody has done.
Ever.
Mm-hmm.
And we have an opportunity to.
But alternatively, you could do either go to the cometary crater and in search of star metal. You can do that. You could leave this map entirely, or you could leave this map to go back to your base and report. Either of those would be an okay option, but it's up to you how far you want to push this. Right now, you do have the advantage that most of the Picts are not here.
Yeah, I say we press on.
Because you've seen, like, the hunting parties in the Fort Tusculum area were, like, 12 or, like, 16 deep. And you're finding, like, 3 or 4 Picts here.
Mm-hmm. I just don't. I'm not having a great time with sandboxing and just killing random garbage for no reason. It's just I don't know. It just feels weird.
Well, all right. You have to know more of the context. So the Picts are really bad men.
Of course they are. I mean, they've been eating and killing everyone. That's not important.
But like
I'd love
diminishing their army certainly helps. Like any number of Picts that are defeated will help the Aquilonian side.
Yes.
And there's the collection of loot, so that helps your whole like collection of like better items and better loot, better gear. So collecting items is always good, and really you were like at the epicenter of their place. Like I don't know how to like oversell this harder. Like this is the base of the Picts. This is the heartland. This is the capital. This is the entrance to the underworld, which they consider sacred.
I get you, but like I don't know.
So nothing you're doing here is wasted. Don't feel that way.
Well, okay, so out of character, if the answer is everybody wants to either just do a charge or pull out, I'd say vote on the two of them.
Well,
I've been playing my character as just a military survivor, in which case he tries to do things strategically and like
yeah. And Apophis is totally down with following your strategy. He's just impatient.
Mm-hmm.
So, unless Julius is uncomfortable with this, I say we make a ruckus, make it sound like someone died, get them to come and investigate, and then we bathe ourselves in the blood of our enemies as we pull through the swath of their ranks.
Okay, let's do it.
All right, you want to go hard against the whole group?
Julius,
Might as well.
We're in a fortified position. We have traps set up to get the beginning of them. Julius is our ranged folk, which he should be able to handle those that are up on the wall. Seems like the best way to go about it. Either that, or we pull out and we go back to the army base.
We get our huge reward for turning in reconnaissance information, and we hand in the pick scalps.
Those are 2 options.
You have accomplished a lot. You found the Pictish base.
Julius is military, not whatever scalp reconnaissance usually would be. So he's more about the get the job done and turn it in. If you get new orders, you get new orders. If not, you drink heavily.
Here it's sort of a risk-reward situation. Like you can go in, you can risk the fight. Maybe there's something valuable that you can claim inside or information you can gain.
In fairness, you have been given new orders by a ranking military officer.
True.
The new orders are suicide charge, which is not usually orders.
Not a suicide charge.
Hey, are you scared of these Picts, these barbarians? They don't even have steel weapons.
I mean, they
I
definitely
know.
do have numbers.
That's the point.
That's what I'm saying. If you're... that's the reason why my guy said, if you're uncomfortable with it, we pull out. That's the suggestion.
I thought we already said we're causing a ruckus. I just want to make the next roll count. It just feels like a lot of rolls are just happening. I hate just rolling to roll.
No, I got you. That's the reason why I'm saying if you're uncomfortable with this plan, we pull out. I haven't actually started making a ruckus yet.
Also, you have no idea of the numbers. They might have a vast number of Picts inside that base you can't see beyond its walls, except for the few that walk on top of those jagged, broken walls of the Broch. Or Broch. I'm not sure how that's... It's like Scottish, so it's probably Broch.
How tall is the tower?
The tower is 20 feet. It would require climbing to get on top of it. That's why they have a good line of sight from up there.
Up to you two. If either one of you are uncomfortable with the plan, I say we pull out.
I say we stand.
Julius?
Julius knocks his bow and says, well, I guess we go down with the ship.
Alright, I'm going to make the most Pictish death sound that I can come up with.
Alright.
Try to attract attention.
And I hide behind something, like a wall. Like
Oh, a 1. One of the Picts is going to hear a noise and grow suspicious. He climbs down off the wall. And he moves in this direction.
Oh, he's going around the trap. Damn it.
Where was the trap again?
Right here, I think.
Right here? Yeah, he didn't go that way. He went this way.
Damn it.
I've got my sword out, looking to kill somebody loudly.
All right. After a moment, a Pictish warrior will come around the corner. What do you do?
Murder him loud, in order to get other people to show up.
All right. This Pictish warrior doesn't look like the ones you've seen before. He carries a broadsword. And he's dressed in this war paint that makes him stand out quite a bit. He's got sort of a skull face paint going on, and he's got bones painted on his arms. And he's got a little bit of armor on his chest. He seems like a much tougher Pict warrior.
All right. Yeah, I engage.
All right.
Anyways, I am unintimidated by bones.
He's very large.
Yeah, he's kind of big.
And giantism. Giantism does not scare me.
All right, so Beltakis goes to close distance, engages with melee, right?
Yep. Burning a momentum.
Yeah, this Pictish warrior is easily, like, over 6 feet tall.
Oh, he's a big guy.
Yeah.
All right,
Right.
well,
Drinking a lot of milk.
that explains my 2 18s, because I only have 1 success.
1 success.
So,
All right, you
I
swing
do
at
not-
him, but in the darkness, he evades your blade. All right, so...
Does he get the bonus for darkness being garishly dressed?
No. What do you guys do? Julius and Apophis?
I'm going to run around here with my mask on and shout, "Your soul is mine."
Trying to intimidate him with a shamanistic mask of the Pictish religion. Go for it.
Yes.
See, the Picts will be caught off guard because when they normally see these masks, they're being worn by powerful shaman that command incredible amounts of importance within their religion and their tribe.
Yeah. 3 successes.
All right, that's a hit.
It's very strange.
One
that they get
momentum.
Scared.
No, they're incredibly superstitious because they have a very sorcerous priest class.
Yeah, no, I get that, but it's weird when someone screams at them in a foreign language.
It's
I get if they hear like in Pictish, "Your soul is mine," and see the Pictish mass. I'm like, oh yeah, that would frighten them.
also keep in mind this is probably an older man, not capable to fight in the war.
7 damage and stun.
All right, you come over here and you give him a big shock.
And if he's stunned, he's pretty much screwed.
You gave him 1 trauma and you stunned him. All right, Julius, what do you do?
Let's see. So, for starters, let's do a bit of aiming. And let's do a load of volley. Just to make it more fun. Let me make sure I have volley rolls down. This just adds a bonus d20 to the attack and +1 damage. Okay, so yes. Gonna volley with an aim action. And can I use one of the momentums?
Go right ahead.
Right, because I need a 2 to hit him, right?
Yeah, in the darkness it's hard.
Sure, let's go. 3 on that roll. And not great, but not bad. I got 2.
All right, a hit.
Cool. And then let's roll 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Thank you, load. Oof. Let me re-roll 3 of those failures. 1, 2, 3.
Yeah, that was not a good roll.
Nope, that happens. Oh, I saw that tilt on the side of it too. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 total damage.
All right, 5 to vigor. That is enough to cause him 1 wound.
1 trauma, is it?
He's got a trauma. He's got a wound.
He's not loving life.
He's in bad shape, but he did not die. He's a real tough Pict. But he is stunned. All right, so on the Pict's turn, he does nothing because he's stunned. What do you guys do?
Wait, stunned is just flat out lose your turn?
Basically.
Yeah, stun
Nice.
is terrifying.
Alright, I will attempt to broadsword him again, I guess. I rolled an 18 again. That's the third 18, so that's gonna be another miss.
Oof. All right. Apophis. Julius, what do you do?
Well, I could probably take him out with the same roll. What about you, Pathos? You probably take him out with the same roll too.
Yeah, I'll give it a shot. I'll go ahead and roll. Uh, 3 successes.
Nice. That generates 1 momentum.
Huzzah.
You've already taken off 7 of his resolve, so this should put him over his max.
Let's see. 2, 5, 6, 7.
Toughened Pick Warrior. Yep, that'll do it.
So that's 4 and stun. 4 damage and stun.
All right. You defeat him.
What does it do?
Yes. Turns into a scalp.
Turns into a scalp. That's funny. I go ahead and scalp him. Well, I can.
I would say with that, do we hear anybody else coming to investigate?
That only
we're not
drew
quiet.
1. That only drew 1 of the enemies towards you. Let's see.
His die didn't draw anybody else.
There was combat, so a couple of them might have heard it.
Well, he was from the tower, right?
Nope, 14s. They did not hear it.
If he was from the tower, that might leave an opening. I think we can climb into the tower.
There is a hole in the wall, a gap you could climb through right here.
Okay, I'm gonna come over here and scout this bit.
Yeah.
Julius, I say we move into the tower.
But of course.
Okay, so this does require a climb check. It's quite difficult to get into the tower through this gap.
I will use perfect cast to throw a rope up to catch it on something and reduce the difficulty for the climb by 1 step.
Alright, so getting up there is not actually that hard.
Okay.
So you can actually reduce the difficulty to 0 to climb up, but to climb through the gap,
Okay.
there's a difficulty here. If you fail, there could be a collapse where it falls in on you.
Oh, okay.
We should start on the wall here because the wall's already 5 feet up, so that reduces our climb by 5 feet.
Well, no, with the rope, it's no difficulty. You can easily get up into the crevice, but to pass through the crevice requires a check.
Okay.
Crevice?
Yep, so we're crawling. We're not crawling on top of the wall. We're crawling through the wall to the inside of the encampment.
There is a hole in the wall that you can climb through right there.
Yeah, there's a tunnel that we can go through, basically.
Oh, okay. I see.
So yeah, I'll make a athletics check to try to climb through.
Yeah, you first.
Okay.
What is the? I will give Apophis my climbing kit gear to assist him, which I believe gives him an additional D20 on his check, since he was having a harder time.
No, it reduces it to 0 difficulty. Climbing up is not an issue.
Oh, I meant through there, since it's still a climb check. Having a climbing kit would assist, wouldn't it?
Getting through the crevice is not necessarily a climb check.
Oh, okay. I thought you said it was. Never mind. So, what check is it to go through that crevice?
I'm going to need everybody, or the first person who passes through, in fact. I'm going to need that first person to roll a observation check.
Observation, is anyone really good at that?
No.
I'm okay at it. I got 11.
You are 1 better than me.
All right, and if I get a 1, I win. Critical success.
I will assist him. Can I do that?
Sure.
Okay,
All right.
so I'll roll 2d20 for assisting you.
It's a difficulty 2.
I'm gonna use 2 of the momentum
All right.
just to get 4 more die.
I got 1 success on attempting to assist.
Okay.
Got it.
So that's 1 success so
let's see.
far.
1, 2, 2 successes.
All right, 3 successes. It was difficulty 2. You gain 1 momentum, and
Oh, and a complication. You had a 20.
Did I? Oh Jesus!
oh no.
I didn't even see the 20.
So
All right.
3 successes and a complication.
Okay.
Got the
So
level of comp-
there's 2 paths. The first path is quite dangerous. There's an overhang where many bricks can collapse in on it. If you jostle them even slightly, it's very dangerous. So you know not to take that path. The problem is that in realizing this, you accidentally trigger it and it collapses that path. But there's still another way. So the safe route, you can take that instead.
Alright, we take the safe route.
The safe route ends up taking you through this little crevice here where you have to sort
Oh,
of
are we
crawl
already
sideways into here.
Yeah, I think that was for everybody. This is a group check sort of deal.
It was the first person going through did the observation for us.
Right. As long as the first person spots the danger, then you can avoid it. Usually. In this case, you did cause some noise by it collapsing. So, once you get inside, you can see that there's some tents set up here, but there doesn't seem to be anybody around. And at the far side of the room, there's a spiral staircase that descends into the Underdark.
How do they get up onto the wall?
There's a sort of ramp right here.
Okay.
Right, well, you wanted to check out inside their facility, so I say we sneak past, go inside, and not deal with the guys on the wall.
Yes, but if we run into trouble inside and a commotion is caused, then they can come behind us. We should really take them out first.
Julius agrees with Beltakis. No point in even alerting them to begin with.
Yes, small area versus wide area. If we're inside a hallway, we have an advantage with small numbers.
They call it a kill box, Sergeant.
Okay.
Although, as the leader, you are more than welcome to go take everyone off the wall. We got your back.
Just gonna grimace at that.
Should we be making a stealth check to get through the center to the inner workings?
Yep. Any of the Pictish warriors on the wall could turn around and look down into the inner sanctum and spot you. So roll a
We're
stealth.
cutting out a lot.
Yes, roll stealth.
Okay. So I'm assuming it was any of the warriors could see you guys going through.
I spend momentum. So
Yeah, you got it.
What is the difficulty?
The difficulty is probably only a 1 because it is dark.
1 because it's dark.
And raining.
Yeah, dark and rainy.
I have 1 success.
I have 1 success. No, I have 2 successes. I'm sorry. So I generate a momentum.
Yep.
All right. Do we have all the success we need, or did I have to roll?
I think each person was rolling stealth, correct?
It's individual, yeah.
Ah, okay.
Do I need to roll for Rowana, or is she cool with me? Can I pick her up in the carrier?
You can roll her. She needs to stealth.
All right.
2 dice.
I got 2 success, 3 success.
All right, you generate 1 momentum. Rowana gets nothing.
Fails.
Fail. All right. Rowana is going to see something terrifying. Over in the corner on this wall is a sculpture. And in the shadows, it looks very much as if it were a monster. And she lets out a little shriek. I'm going to roll 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6 picks might hear it.
Well, we're doomed.
All right. 4 of them react.
We leave Rowana behind as bait.
No, we do not. That we do not do.
We leave Apophis behind as bait.
Okay.
Fuck you.
3 Pictish warriors rush towards the inner wall and look down in. They're going to spot Rowana, and they're going to look towards Biltakis and Count Apophis in the staircase as well.
I am going to shake my hands like a shaman, and then I'm going to grab Rowana like she's my prisoner.
All right. Well, these guys have been told that if anybody tries to enter the inner sanctum, they must be killed. So without a thought, without even thinking about it for a moment, they immediately will pick up their spears and throw them. So each one throws 1 spear at 1 person, in a coordinated fashion. Here comes a spear at Rowana. Oh no! 20.
Wow.
Not only does it miss, but when the warrior throws the spear at Rowana, he actually falls, and he falls all the way down to the bottom of this slope here, prone, and he takes 1 point of damage. Now, these two, they see Count Apophis and Beltakis. So, Count Apophis, a spear comes flying at you. Yeah, 10 will hit. That is... Well, actually, no, that's 1 success. All right, so do you wish to try to parry the spear in the air?
Are we still in the dark, or is the elevation giving them a serious bonus? I don't know exactly what's going on.
I don't know. They only roll 1 dice, so I'm winging it.
Can I parry?
You can acrobatics, dodge out the way.
Yeah, probably acrobatics is a better roll.
Okay. let's see. Hang tight a second. My acrobatics is a 7. So that's fun. Come on, Papa needs a new pair of shoes.
Crit.
Not a crit.
Well,
Oh,
one success.
You don't have anything
One.
in it. Got it.
1 success.
Yeah, if I rolled 2 dice, he would have had another success on there. So you make a miss in the darkness. And then for Beltakis, the spear that comes at you.
Okay, I will make an acrobatics check to try to get out of the way. Same reason.
He's got 1 success.
Okay.
So don't worry about it. He misses.
Ah.
Difficulty
I
2
also
in the darkness.
dodge.
All right. So now you have the option of standing and fighting or running down the stairs.
I say we fight.
Julius says, "Run down the stairs,"
Yeah,
because they'd have to follow into hell, and that's their
Exactly.
problem.
How high up are they?
They are 10 feet up.
All right. Beltakis yells to run. Julius yells to run.
Okay.
I think Julius would be running before you even get to say anything.
Yeah.
Probably push you out the way.
I'll try to noose one guy and pull him off the wall, and then continue running. Like I'll try to range attack him and then run behind everybody.
While you're doing that, yeah, I'm gonna run after Julius.
So I will make 1 ranged attack, see if I can catch the guy. Both are successes.
All right. That'll hit. He does not have a parrying weapon.
All right, 1 damage, and then the effect, which is the main thing I was looking for, which is the grapple. And once he is grappled, I then continue running, which would pull him off the wall.
Okay. You pull him down the stairs. With a wet thwack, he breaks his neck on the staircase.
And then I continue running. While giggling because I got my ability to actually work.
Okay, so everybody grab your figurines off the table. We're going to change maps here.
All right.
And as I'm running down the hallway, I say to Julius, "That's why they called me the Hangman."
All right, so these guys will be alerted. So I'm going to grab him and him and him and him, and they will pursue you into the tunnel. So I'm going to pull them off to the side as well. Okay, so here we are in the Underdark. Let's change to this other map here. Alright. So, place yourself on the map right here. This is the staircase as it descends down into the caves. Now, as you descend into this dark cave, you notice that as you peer down the middle of it, there's actually a bit of a shaft in the middle, and it's very dark, and it descends down, and you can see sort of teeth-like rock protrusion sticking out, like a mouth in the earth. It's kind of horrifying to look at, but it looks like if you fell in, you would be consumed by it.
Shall we stand and fight as they come down?
I'm in the back of the line, so I'd say that's probably the best idea. Where because they can only come down in a single file line.
Sorry, this is the staircase here. You're
I know, but I ran ahead of him.
So the staircase, if you're running ahead, will go here, 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 round.
Oh,
round,
I see.
Round,
This is the
round,
start
round.
of the staircase.
Yep.
Yes.
Okay, my bad.
Yeah, so I'm at the back. I'm basically over here this way as they come in. The two of you are not melee based, so it seems like this is a good spot for me to be.
Can we actually fire from this far?
Now, I have a question. This spiral staircase, there's no walls along it. There's no handrails. Like,
If you fall off the staircase, you'll take a bunch of damage hitting the ground down here.
okay, that's
So
what
no handrails. This is an ocean nightmare.
that's what I was hoping for.
Correct.
Yep. Okay, so we can fire from lower deck upward.
Uh-huh.
Cool. All right. I do have a question. Is there any light in here? Are there torches or sconces along the wall or something?
You are in pitch black darkness. You cannot
Perfect.
see a thing. When you enter the cave, I'll give you the option if you've got torches, you can pull them out and light them. Because, this isn't even moonlight. This is like, you can't see the hand in front of your face.
I do have a torch, so I will light it. Because you guys don't want to be visible.
Can we fire if we're blind?
The difficulty will be incredibly high. I'm going to say it's like at least a difficulty 3 to shoot in the dark at sounds you hear.
Well, so if I've got the torch and they're up against me, they're not, they wouldn't be firing blind, correct?
No.
Okay.
Although if your target's in the dark, yes.
Right, but so they would be, they would have a hard time hitting the two of them, but not vice versa.
I would give actually, if you got them all cornered and pinned, Beltakis, you might actually be able to get away with flaming brand against them.
That's true.
Which good display of might. Just wave a open torch. Survival check.
I'll say I do have a one-handed weapon, so I've got the weapon in one hand and the torch in the other.
What is that big pink ring for?
That's the radius for the torch I'm willing to bet.
Yep.
So put the torch on me, please. Oh God. I've been speared by the light of God.
You are brightness. So, sort of imagine D&D style, half of this is shadowy, half of this is bright.
I raise my torch above my head, my sword down at my side, and I begin laughing. In a hopefully terrifying way.
Oh, I broke it. Sorry. Yeah. I fixed it.
Alright, so the 4 Pictish warriors that have entered the staircase, they all have ranged weapons that they're going to throw. They've got these sort of like spear darts that they're going to throw at you as they enter.
There's 4 there.
So here come 4 basic attacks. Bop, 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 bop. Looks like I've got no successes and 1 complication. This warrior here is jostled by another and he falls. He hits the ground here and he's going to splat for... Oh, look at that. He landed well. He did not take any damage from the fall miraculously, but he is prone on the ground down there now.
How far is down there?
I don't know.
What is down there?
15 feet or so. The stony ground at the bottom of this cave, a natural cave system.
I was thinking if they fell off, they'd die.
No, this is the pit area. If you
Correct.
fall down in here is the pit to nothingness.
Right. Anybody in the mouth is consumed.
Gotcha.
Neat.
Okay, I'll take my turn, if that's okay.
Yeah.
Go right ahead.
I'm going to cast Enslave. So I'm going to take a resolve damage. Cast Gaze of Set.
Alright, so it's a 2-roll thing. You've got to roll 1 sorcery check. D1.
Okay. Let me see. My sorcery. 17 with a focus of 3. Okay, so I will just roll 2 if it's a D1. And I got a success.
Alright, so you managed to put your opponent into the state where they're susceptible to a thing. So at this point, you can spend 2 momentum to take a swift action in order to compel them to do something.
Spend 2 momentum?
It is 2 momentum for a swift action, and then you can roll another sorcery check. This one is D2, because it always adds 1 difficulty when you're doing an additional action.
But can't I just do it next turn?
You could do it next turn, but they're not going to be stunned next turn, so it doesn't... Like, the Gaze of Set, you have to use 2 actions to get it.
Is he stunned right now?
The sorcery... Or not the sorcery. The Mesmerism, you can spend momentum to make it last longer, but Gaze of Set does not have that ability.
No, I'm saying you said he's not going to be stunned next round. Is he stunned this round?
This round, right. That's why you have to use 2 momentum to get an additional action this turn in order to compel him to do a thing.
So we have 2 momentum, so spend it.
Okay. I'm trying to compel him to attack his friend.
Alright, so to compel an opponent to attack his friends is not easy. That is a 3 momentum cost, so spend 3 more momentum.
I don't have 3 more momentum.
Then I'll generate 3 doom.
Okay.
Okay, so at a cost of 3, you're going to tell him to fight his friends.
Yep.
Now make a sorcery check. D2.
D2. Whoa, D2. I'm not rolling. This is not a roll. That was not a roll. Actually, it is a roll, and I got it perfectly.
All right. Well, anyway, so you have the first one in order to stagger them. Stagger is good, too. Stagger has an effect. But then the second roll says, not only are you staggered, but, like, you're going to fight your friends now.
Yep.
So which one did you target with that?
I targeted the one farthest from me to attack the other 2, because I'm expecting they don't expect it.
All right.
I'm hoping they don't expect it coming.
So this one here, maybe I can color tint him a color. Bam. So he is going to fight his friends now.
Okay. That's my turn.
Baltakis, Julian, what do you do?
Julian, do you want to shoot first?
Possibly. I think it'd be easier for you to hit with the cleave through up there. So, let's load a volley. Let's use a minor action to aim. All shots in here are difficulty 1, correct?
Now that you've generated light, difficulty 1.
Cool. Alright. What is the name of the action that cleaves through things?
So it was like the swift action. So over here I've got like the momentum spends here. It's got secondary target for 2 momentum. A secondary target within reach suffers half an attack's damage, rounding up. A physical attack hits random hit location.
Okay, I'm just making sure that's the same with doing a range attack.
That's actually different from a swift action. So like you can do a secondary target with a cleave, and then you can also do a swift action to hit a second target.
Right. I might actually use the swift. Let's see what happens. So first, going to use the aim to get a momentum on this. So if I generate 1 more momentum, then I can make the attack. And we don't have any momentum in the bolt, correct?
Correct.
Okay, so I'm just going to roll. Actually, I'm going to... Now, you know what? Let me roll 2. And I'm going to roll 2. There we go. Da-da. That's pretty good. That is 2 success. That generates the 1 momentum necessary to have 2 momentum. And I want to use that 2 momentum to take a swift action, which will now increase it to take another standard action, increase difficulty by 1.
Mm-hmm.
Alright, so let's roll damage against the first guy. And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. There we go. Not bad. I'm just gonna re-roll that 1 missing one. See if we can't go for a sweep. Hey, look at that. So 6 damage. And then another action to shoot the other guy.
Alright.
And I don't get any extra bonuses on that, just 2 roll. But again, not bad. 2 success, which is what I needed. And then another 6 damage. Doo-doo. is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 damage. And let's reroll that one blank. All right, 7 damage on that one.
All right, 7.
That's the whole lot of it. The first one was 5 damage. The second one was 7 damage.
Both of them get 1 trauma from that.
1 wound.
Or yeah, wound. Sorry.
All right. Julius peppers them with a load of arrows, hoping that softens them up for you.
They are definitely softened up. Each one has a wound from an arrow sticking into their side, and they gasp in pain as they recoil from the injury. So
I'm gonna come at that guy with the guy that's closest to me with my broadsword.
Yeah.
And I got a 17 and an 18. These stairs are slippery. All the rain down there, it's pouring down. It's preventing me from getting good footing, so I miss.
Okay.
Ah.
So I need to take a small break here. So if you guys want to take a break, grab a drink, use the bathroom, whatever, I suggest you do that now. Now's the time.
Okay.
And then,
When we get back, can I just ask, since that was one thing, if he has a fortune, you can spend a fortune to get another action, correct?
Oh, can I?
You can only have the 2 in a turn. So if you've already used momentum to do another action, you can't do an additional one after that.
But I have
Right.
not, so I can.
But you have
totally
not, so
get it.
you could, yeah, correct.
Okay, so I will
Yeah.
do that once you get back.
All right.
Cool. See you then.
See you when you get back. Sadie, you want to go outside?
Yeah, I completely forgot about the fortune.
Velpu and Jason, are y'all there? Anybody? Just me then?
Sorry, what was that?
Oh, I was just asking if you guys were here.
I am. I do not think.
Yeah, I see that.
Velka is.
Y'all don't act like Apophis is a complete moron. He hasn't led you wrong yet.
The times that things haven't gone poorly have been because of luck, not because of anything else.
I disagree.
You multiple times did things where it was, hey, we're discussing a plan, and you're like, a bad roll for the DM was the reason it didn't suddenly turn real bad. Which I get, you're playing the character as impatient. It's just the issue is that a small roll change makes that go really far in the other direction.
Those tiny. That would have been a tiny little difference. We would have killed the guys. They would have been wide awake for it. They would have been easy. They were underlings. They weren't toughened. We would have killed them all and been fine. There would have been no issue.
So playing with the character like in the world versus metagaming it where it's that he was saying that he would telegraph if they're toughened. You're going into an encampment with 5 people with 3.
Well, my character can tell.
Can he?
You have to understand.
Should he be able to?
The episodes before you joined, we were killing them like 9 at a time. Like we've been just pillaging. We've been going through picks like they're butter on bread. You know what I mean? Like really and truly, like we've been slaughtering picks. So from my character's perspective, yeah, I mean they're nothing to ignore, but they're still doable. Like we are heroic characters. Our characters are heroic and have proven themselves as such. You know what I mean?
Sorry, my Discord cut out for a bit. So if you were still talking, I did not hear you.
No, I just said we are like heroic characters and have proven ourselves as such. You know what I mean?
Yes and no. It is. This is a game that is designed in a way where it's supposed to be a group of minions are able to kill a lower level character, or a lower powered character.
Not from my experience. Like I said, the games that we've played previously, we've slaughtered picks like they were nothing. Like they were nothing. Like
They are nothing, sir.
yeah, see? The picks all I'm saying is that if I had woken one picked up and we had to fight 4 picks at once, there would have been no problem. Like the picks, we can slice through picks like nothing. And my character knows it. My character's been through dozens of picks already.
At the point though, I'm only I literally hate combat just because I can roll dice to hit something. That's always a terrible reason to get into a fight. I'm a little exhausted just punching through wave after wave of minion.
Yeah, I hear you.
Especially now they're getting toughened, and I'm like, are these elderly people? These are some good elders. I am scared to know of the picks that were considered able-bodied.
No, I think the guards that are on the mouth of the cave are actually able-bodied guys. The older people were the ones down in the camps, the refugees.
Mm-hmm. Although we slaughtered, I think when Wicte was here, we slaughtered like 9 or 10 minions who had the same profile, obviously.
Yep.
So like I don't know where the I don't know where the ramp is. None of these things feel interesting. I think because we just killed so many of them, they're just like I don't know. They remind me of Star Wars enemies. They're just kind of like pathetic, and you see a Jedi just cut through 70 droids in a second, and you're just like, there's no you don't care. There's no tension. I'm waiting for the big bad to pop up. If a big bad's ever gonna pop up.
Well, I was just saying, you guys shouldn't treat Apophis like he's a moron, because he hasn't actually led you wrong yet.
Oh no, it's just Julius works for the military, and we completed the job a long time ago. And who wants to keep working and risking life and limb? I realize there's no risk because we're playing D&D, so don't get me wrong. But like within the grand scheme of things, to try to keep it actually feeling like a game and not like a really bad MMO, you
Well,
want to try and have some levity.
I've been specifically looking forward to this dungeon crawl. Like, I knew that this dungeon was here. He explained that to us 2 weeks ago. And I've been specifically like, I can't wait to get into that dungeon and see what it's like. Like, I'm excited about the dungeon.
I was hoping for something more than just similar waves of picks, but maybe something deeper in, who knows.
Well, these are toughened.
That doesn't change it. It just means we got to shoot him 2 times instead of once.
Yeah, I get what you mean. It turns into MMO villains.
Yeah,
It's like, oh, his health bar is larger.
Yeah, like
his numbers are better. Oh no.
And not even, they barely hit. It's still it is exceedingly easy to survive. But like it just doesn't I don't know, I'm waiting for the challenge. I'm waiting for like their sorcerer to pop up.
Yeah.
Something to happen. There was a shaman that attacked us one time randomly, which was kind of weird because he was a random shaman in a random house. And he threw like smoke bombs or poison or something. I don't know, it missed, but he did it. It was kind of interesting. And yeah, like that was almost something.
Well, if you want to find something, this is the place to find it here in this dungeon.
I mean, like you would assume, but I don't know.
Yep, we'll see.
Yeah.
We'll see what's in the dungeon.
Like I just like plot. I'm not really good at this sort of thing. Like this is why I don't usually play a lot of the D20 games, because I know this is kind of D20 behavior.
What do you normally play?
If I do play stuff, I like Call of Cthulhu. I like bigger investigation and mystery games, because I hate just shooting mook after mook after mook. I could just go play WoW if I want to kill a bunch of mooks and feel awesome about it.
Have you ever played Blades in the Dark?
I have played Blades in the Dark. That's pretty good.
I really
but the
like
clock
Blades
system in that one.
I have never played that.
What makes that? Oh, sorry.
Oh, I was just saying, how is it?
It's very good.
Yeah.
But you need people that are willing to invest themselves in the lore.
Yes.
Because if they don't, it doesn't work.
Gotcha.
Mm-hmm. And it has a mechanic that they call the clock, which is actually very, very good. About not just keeping the pace, but also making the intensity of the situation feel higher.
Yeah.
That's a really good mechanic. Yeah.
Well, I mean, if you wanted an intense, impossible fight, you'd go to Fort Tusculum, right?
Possibly.
You've sort of done the opposite of that narratively. You've gone to the place where the Picts are not. They have left this place and they have gone to fight elsewhere.
In our defense, we believed it was a dungeon crawl. Even Ian's excited and made a good point that, yeah, like, there must be something here. It's a dungeon.
Now, alright. You can see the map. So, meta, there's definitely something here. You'll notice that it's not all natural caves. These are ancient and inhuman structures, but you haven't gotten there yet. You are still in the cave part of it.
No spoilers.
As far as you can tell, this is just a natural-ass cave with a few straggling old men. So you are right to be disappointed by the resistance the Picts are putting up, because they're not putting up much.
Well, I think where we left off was I was going to burn a fortune to try to take another swing.
Sure.
Mm-hmm.
See if I can roll better than a 17. Hey,
16.
that is 2 successes
Mm.
because 16 is my number.
Oh, there you go.
So for me, that is 9 dice.
Did you just generate a momentum?
He did.
Okay, I'll put it at the bottom.
I think I murder his face. 3, 4, 5, 6.
All right. Against either one of these, it's a killing blow.
Close. Yeah, I say close has got to be. So,
Okay.
and that's my turn.
Everybody's gone, right? So the Pictish Raider, he's going to let out a ear-piercing scream throughout the underworld. And in the distance, you'll hear a sound. An echoing screech to answer his call. So after he lets out his screech, he's going to take one stab at you with his spear. Poke, poke.
Two successes, it looks like.
Yep, 2 successes. He hits. He generates 1 momentum. He'll put it into damage. Do you want to parry?
I will attempt to parry. I get 1 success, so he definitely still hits me.
Okay, he still hits you. The spear penetrates your body. He rolls 6 dice. It does 1 damage and 1 effect. It's crazy.
Oh, that was a good damage roll. Nice. I like it.
What's the effect?
Spear's got piercing 1, so it does an additional damage.
Okay, and where to hit me?
And he hits you right in the torso.
Taint. Alright, so I take 2 to the torso, so I'm down to 1 armor in the torso.
Don't you have armor in the torso?
I do, so I'm down to 1 armor in the torso.
Wait, why does it reduce your armor?
Doesn't it?
No.
No,
he has to
Your
beat
armor
my
is
armor?
Your armor is DR.
your armor
Oh,
just
okay.
reduces the amount of damage you took.
Okay,
Mhm.
that
It's
is
a full soak, so that's static.
got it. And the pierce doesn't just deal damage through the armor?
No, it adds damage, so it can pierce the armor.
Gotcha.
Mm.
Okay.
So your armor actually takes the hit because you've got heavy armor, right?
Yep.
All right,
Neat.
lucky day. I don't know. 6 dice, that's not threatening. Come on.
All right, what is my pick to do?
If I land a hit, he rolls a lot of damage dice. That could have been a lot worse than that.
What is
All
this?
right.
This Pict is going to swing at his ally with the same spear that his friend just used. The same type of spear, although his friend doesn't expect this hit, which definitely does hit. He actually got 3 successes, so he'll add a
How
point
long
of damage
is
to
he-
that.
How long is he enslaved for?
5 damage. Permanently?
Permanently? Like forever?
Uh-huh.
Oh. All right. Well, we have
Yeah,
an
that
extra
was
fighter
the
now.
reason why he was saying that the sorceries are kind of overpowered. Because there is no duration for effects.
Okay, so now that he has killed all of his friends, he snaps out of it, and he's like, "Oh my god, what have I done?" in Pictish, and you don't understand.
Don't delete the guy. Make him small so I remember how many scalps I get.
He's still there. It's just these stack.
They're
so
piled.
They piled up.
Gotcha.
Yeah, you see them from the side. You can actually see them stacking.
Gotcha.
This Pict
Sitting.
runs away off to here. He's going somewhere. All right, guys. What do you do?
I scalp the Picts.
There's still
Well,
combat
There's still a
here.
guy. There's still a guy left. All right. I see a guy running off. I'm gonna try to do something awesome because I can. I'm going to try to tackle this guy off of this thing and ride him down onto the ground using him as a landing mat.
Amazing. All right.
So can I do athletics?
Yep.
It's opposed athletics.
He will oppose you with his own roll.
I have 2 successes.
Nice.
19 and 18 are successes?
I have a 19 athletics.
Fuck.
Don't you have strong back too?
Oh, that's right. I get a additional success.
Okay,
Because
so
of strong
he
back.
has
I have
2,
3.
so he negates your 2, but you get the extra 1 from strong back, so you still win.
Yeah, I built a character that does a thing. So I will ride him down into the ground,
Okay.
and then I don't
Gotta
know.
be for damage to him, right?
Well, I'll say what's a unarmed strike? Can we call that an unarmed strike?
Well, I know the
Or-
fall damage by itself does
Oh,
3
that's
damage
right.
to him.
I forgot fall is its own thing. Okay, so he takes 3. Then I stand up and then move after the other guy, not wanting someone to get away.
You went with him, though, so...
Oh, that's true. I guess that's my movement, right?
Well, you also take the 3 fall damage.
Ah, okay. I take 3 fall. I'm assuming the armor does not help with that, so I take 3 damage.
Yeah, actually, because you land on top of him, I'm going to roll 3 more damage dice for him because of your armor.
Okay.
So I'll stack on another point of damage for him. He's sort of crushed underneath you, and all the breath is knocked out of him.
Right, I have taken three falling vigor damage. I'll use my free action to stand up, and then my minor action to move as I run after this guy, trying to keep him in eye view.
All right.
That will be my turn.
So you guys see your ally rush away after falling and clanking on the ground somewhere. You're still in the staircase. Rowana says, "Is he a madman? What did he just do?"
Julius says, I think he attempted to save some face.
I
We
come
should meet him at the other side.
Who's got the torch?
I have the torch.
Right, so the light source is over here. You guys are going down the stairs in the dark.
Yep.
Rowana tries to chase after the light. She's afraid of the darkness in here.
Are
I
we?
still have a little bit of light here, right? Because I'm in
Are
the circle.
we?
A little bit. It's
Are we
going to
heading
disappear
down?
around the corner quick, though.
Are we heading down and around?
So this is a spiral staircase that descends 15 feet down. So you are now underground when you hit the bottom level here with the grid.
Yeah, I just don't know. Do you get out here and then go around, or do you get out up here?
The
and go-
the lines, those are stairs. So
Yes,
you stay
the
on the
answer-
stairs all the way down until you hit the
That's the
number
bottom.
9, and this is the first point where you're on that level, and you circle around and out.
All right. Just because it's so, we're dealing with the range bands here. If I use the full action to run, where is long from the stairs to there? Would that get within range of Beltagus?
Well, you were most of the way down the stairs, right? You were over here.
Yeah, it's halfway down there.
So let's see. You could get into this zone, and then you could get all the way out to this zone here.
Ow.
Nope. Oh no.
So I'm counting this 8 as a different zone, and this is a zone, and the stairs is a zone.
Okay.
Now, you did see a couple side passages you didn't take. When you circled around, you bypassed a cave here and here.
Mm-hmm. Well, probably didn't see him how dark it is, but more importantly, don't want to let Beltakus get not get away only, but
Get
go-
ambushed.
Yeah, whatever he's chasing must be interesting for him to try to body surf somebody.
Oh, I'm just that awesome. No, I just assumed we didn't want somebody getting away and bringing back reinforcements.
Remember, this Pict is still alive.
It's true.
He used his action to run, though.
Yes.
What do you do, Apophis?
I scalped the Picts.
All right,
You're
you're
using
scalping.
your action to scalp the picks.
Okay,
Yeah.
so this Pict is going to get up, and he's going to see an enemy nearby, and he thrusts with his spear towards Julius.
Have at you, sir.
I'm going to spend 1, 2 doom, and roll 4 dice.
Mm-hmm.
All right, so he's got 1, 2, 3, 4 successes.
Nice. I don't have a parry weapon. You can still dodge with another skill, I recall. I can't remember what it was.
Acrobatics?
Acrobatics, there we go. Acrobatics, acrobatics, okay. I just gotta get 4. Yeah, why not? Easy.
Easy peasy.
Alrighty. Let me spend this 1 momentum we have. Don't worry, gents, I'll get you more back.
You're
1,
good.
2, 3. Alright. Where are we? 6 and 9 is 2, and 15 is not quite. Alright.
Okay, so he only gets 2 successes, but it's still a hit.
Yes. I think we only need 1 hit right now.
His spear pokes into your side, dealing 3 damage. Well, actually, 2 effects, it's 5 damage.
Alright, and that's in the torso, you said?
I didn't roll yet. It
Oh, okay.
is... Alright, 5 damage to the torso. Ugh. Do you want to
Alright.
sacrifice an armor piece, or do you want to take it?
I have 2 armor, so that would reduce it to 3 damage. And honestly, I could eat the 3 damage, no problem.
Okay, fair enough.
Take that wound. It's becoming.
Yeah, I guess you don't have to sacrifice the armor if it reduces the damage below 5. Pretty strong. I would need to roll a lot of damage to force you to break the armor.
I have a question. Can I dive off the stairs with a sword in my hand and, like, stab him on the way down?
Sure, why not?
Okay. Just curious.
However, you risk fall damage.
As I found out.
Mm-hmm. Well, it's their turn. No, wait. Did only
Yeah.
one have a turn? Okay. So it's our turn.
The other one ran further, so he goes to the next zone over here.
Gotcha. Alright. Julius would like to take his revenge. I assume we are... Are we engaged or are we close?
You are currently in melee range because he is spearing you.
Gotcha. So I have to move back a bit to fire.
He's got a spear which has a reach of 3, so if you're using a shorter weapon, it'll increase the difficulty to 2.
Yes, I'm trying to use my bow, so I was gonna take a hop back and then fire.
He uses a reaction to try to stab you when you do that.
One moment, I'm just trying to figure out, because I have not had to disengage. I know disengage is a skill.
I think it's an action. You can choose to do that.
Yep. No free actions for these people. Disengage.
Withdraw. Withdrawing to close range to avoid retaliation attacks. Standard action.
Right. So withdraw to close range. So the range of my weapon. We'll say that is close just so Alright, and I'll flip a fate point. Because I got so many of them.
Alright, gonna use a point. Oh, that reminds me. Everybody gains 1 of those after the break.
Everybody.
Here's 1, 2,
I'll just take
3.
back the one that I spent earlier that I put off to the side.
Right. Now I'm going to aim as a minor action to get 1 momentum and use that momentum to add a die. 1, 2, 3. And yes, I got 1, 2, 3 successes.
Was that your second action that turn?
Yeah, this is my fate point action.
It still increases the difficulty, I think, even when you use that. So D2, so that's 1 momentum generated?
Yes. 1 momentum. Doo-doo. Nice. And let's see the damage on that guy. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. There we go. Alright, let me re-roll those 2 just to see if we can't get even higher numbers.
What are you at, 5 now?
So 7 total.
You turn it into 7 and he drops. Ah.
There we go. Alright. Oh yeah, I forgot we had that bar.
I do not have any torches.
Oh no! Don't let your torchbearer get too far out ahead of you. You'll be in the dark.
Well, I'm already in the dark. I'm trying to figure out how I'm going to get down the stairs.
I mean, currently you're in the light. I haven't moved yet, but I'm about to.
Yeah, but going down the stairs, I'll be in pitch black.
True. Okay, so for me to try to catch this guy, can I get to him with my free movement?
With your
Or
minor
with my
action, you
minor?
can move from here to here and attack.
Okay, so I move there. I'm going to, not wanting to leave them in darkness, I'm going to drop the torch there.
All right. Well, you're chasing after your opponent blind in the darkness.
Well, I've got the, so if I drop the torch, I figure I'm still within the band of light, right?
It depends where you drop it. If you're, just drop it somewhere and let me know.
Okay, I'll drop it there, so what I can see from the band.
All right. That basically just illuminates room 3. So everybody outside of room 3 is going to be pretty dark.
Okay, but at least they can see direction and get within the light pretty easily.
Yeah, they can see some glow coming from around the corner.
Right. But I should, since this guy should still be in the light for me to attack, correct?
Yeah, yeah.
Okay, so I run up to him and I try to stab him.
What are the tokens in the middle of the board for?
After a break, you get one.
Oh.
I get 2 successes on my attack.
Okay. That's a hit. It generates 1 momentum.
And I get 2, 4, 5, 6, 7 damage.
All right, 7 damage. Whack.
Is he alive?
Yeah, you gave him a solid wound. Where did you hit him?
Let's find out. Torso.
Wounded torso. All
You
right.
get torso a lot.
He's gonna cough up some blood when you stab him right in the lung.
Alright, and hopefully I can kill him when he tries to run away.
Do any of the Picts have torches on them?
Torches. Yes, every one of these Picts does have a torch on him.
Okay, I'm going to steal a Pict's torch. And does he have like a flint box or something?
That's debatable. Let's see. Sure.
Okay, I'm going to light said torch and then carry Rowana down the stairs.
All right. You move down to the bottom of the stairs, arriving at 9. You're standing right adjacent to these giant jaws of doom descending into the abyss. How deep might this go, you wonder? You almost get a sense that this is a place of power that perhaps contains some magic, but you don't dwell on it too much.
No, I do. I really do.
There's definitely something here about this pit into the deep of the earth that has some sort of magic potential to it. Whatever's below this must be important.
Okay.
But also dangerous, as all magic is.
How much farther can I go?
Well, if you use both your action and your minor action, then you could continue on to the intersection.
You're cutting out a lot.
Sorry. You can go to the intersection if you use your minor action and your action.
Over here?
But I think you use your action to light a torch, so probably only to 9.
Okay.
All right. So I'm going to roll a roll. Oh, yeah, I rolled a good roll. Okay, so here's what happens. From the ceiling of 3, something descends.
When you say something descends, like there's a light in this room. Ah, okay.
A death spider. Death spider of doom and hate.
From the shadows of the ceiling of this cave, a giant spider shoots a web down, and it attaches itself to Beltakis. Let's see here. Bop, bop. Let's see. That's 2 successes.
Okay. Is this something I can try to dodge out of the way of?
You can try to dodge it. You can try to parry it and cut the cord.
I will try to parry. No, I'll try to dodge it. My acrobatics to dodge is actually better than my parry.
Okay. This thing is high up in the ceiling, 30 feet at least.
I succeed. Get 2 successes. Yeah, only 2, not a crit. So.
All right. Well, you negate its 1 success, so it does not hit you with that strand. There is now a cord connecting the ass of the giant spider and the ground where your feet previously just stood moments ago, and it goes taut, incredibly taut. It's as thick as a rope, but woven of some organic material, and it solidly connects the ground, even pulling at the stone itself, cracking it. It must have incredible strength. All right.
So do I.
So that was the creature's turn. So party turn.
Okay, can I go first, just so I can run?
Sorry. Before we continue, just as a reminder, this guy has not acted. Unless he's just terrified of the spider.
He's going to use his action to do the withdraw, and then he's going to use his minor action to move into this next area, and then you're not sure where he goes.
Does he use withdrawal?
He does, yes. You lose sight of him when he uses withdraw and goes... No, wait a minute. I have misread the map. My bad. He's actually going to withdraw in this direction, surprisingly. Okay. And he moves to Area 4 that way. So you lose sight of him around the corner.
Okay.
Okay, I'm going to run my full distance. So how far can I go?
To 8.
So your minor action move brings you to 8, and then you could use your standard action if you want to move into 3 as well.
Okay.
Or you could try 7 or 11. Your call. All right, so you move into 3. You're in the cavern. You can now see your illumination added to the torch on the ground here shows that there is a giant cave spider hanging from the ceiling with his webbing dangerously close to your ally.
I'm going to point at it and then look back at Velku. Velku, what's your character's name? Julius.
Of Hendrik.
Yeah.
Julius, would you like to go first, or should I?
Can you actually reach the spider? He seems to be in the air.
It still has the webbing connected to its butt, right?
He's 30 feet in the air, attached to a stalactite, with the webbing connected to the ground at your feet.
Okay.
The other end of the webbing, is it connected to his butt?
It is, yep.
I'm debating trying to pull this thing off the ceiling.
Just cut the silk.
Nah, I was just gonna pull him off the ceiling. If I cut the silk, he's still on the ceiling.
Unless he just produces more silk and you're just pulling an endless web that sticks you to your hands.
One moment, I have an idea.
All right, you go ahead.
If he dares to throw webbing at you, you should try to lasso him down to show him who the better spider is.
You make a very strong argument. I will attempt to lasso the spider.
All right.
There can be only one.
You've got your 50 feet of rope. He's 30 feet away. You throw with all your might.
I have 1 success.
All right. He's going to acrobatically try to avoid the rope. Hang on. Lag.
I have a bad feeling spiders are good acrobats.
I mean, he's tethered at the moment. He's got to have a hard time with it, but you're probably correct.
Yeah, we've got 3 successes.
Oh, 3 successes. He may be the better spider. However, if I burn a fortune, that increases the difficulty by 1 for another attack with the same weapon, wouldn't it?
Sure.
You actually don't have to use a fortune. You can use the 2 momentum we have.
Mm-hmm.
Well, either one does the same thing, though, right? I still
Yeah.
have one higher difficulty. Um,
But maybe you were just warming up.
maybe I was just warming up. I was really considering like after I did that, walking after this guy. I think I'll do that.
You're gonna run at that guy?
No, because I don't have my torch on me, anyways. Yeah. All right, I'm gonna use the fortune, and then I'm gonna try to lasso this guy, and I'm going to burn a momentum to do it.
All right. So I've been burning Doom for him to acrobatically avoid it. He's going to burn 2 additional Doom to try to avoid this one as well.
Oh no. So much doom, I forgot you had that.
I know, right? When I start using it, it becomes problematic.
I have 2 successes.
All right. So your 2 successes versus... I reduced it 2 with that... No, wait. Let me think. Does he have 3 or 4? No, he's got 3. All right, so that is only 1 success. So he reduces your attack, but it still hits, right?
Yes, I had 2 successes, so if he reduces it by 1, I still hit.
All right.
There you go.
He is now ensnared. Grappled.
Come on, effect. He takes 2 damage as I distantly garrote him.
Does it automatically grapple, or does the rope need an effect to grapple?
Effects.
It needs the effect.
Uh-huh.
My I assuming it has a rope on it though, because otherwise, how could it damage it?
The number of effects determines the difficulty of the escape. So if he gets 3 effects, it's a difficulty 3 to escape, which is really tough.
Gotcha. Okay.
So instead, you just slap him in the face with like 20, 30 feet of rope really hard, which is still good.
I do yell, "I am the better spider,"
and we do believe you.
and
All
that's
right.
the end of my turn.
I suppose that means Julius pops in with his minor action. Doesn't quite like spiders. They have a long-standing history of envenomation. Luckily, he's over there. Is shooting this, is this close range, or is this further? Is there anything I should know
If you're
about it?
in 3 with the spider, it's close.
Okay, so close range, awesome. Don't have my minor action, so we'll just go straight for the murder. And I am going to spend 1 momentum. And 1 doom, actually. Let me give you 1 doom, sir.
Okay.
So I can roll 4 die. This spider's slippery. Alright, 4 successes.
All right, that's a hit.
Nice. Is he gonna dodge anywhere or no?
No, I'm not going to spend 3 Doom to dodge once.
Sounds good.
It increases by 1 every additional action you react to, so it just gets worse and worse.
So 2, 4, 5, 6. Let me re-roll those 2. The 2 blanks. 7 total damage.
Nice. All right. He already had 2, so that puts him at 9 damage with 1 wound. A spider lets out a screech of agony as it's impaled by your arrow.
That does put a smile on Julius's face.
Okay.
Oh, where do you wound the spider?
Yeah.
Oh, do I have to roll it?
Choose a location.
Okay, give a tick. Let me find that die. Hit. You would assume its legs make up more than its body, but yeah, see, leg. Check it out.
You called it.
Left leg.
Okay. You disable one of its legs. The spider is going to turn and aim its ass at Julius of Hendrak and squirt a goo.
Don't like any of those words.
A sticky goo.
Nope.
I'm going to spend 2 Doom, making this a really good shot. All right, this strand of sticky web fluid has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 successes.
Hot. Let's see. Might be able to dodge. This is acrobatics to get out the way, yeah?
Uh-huh, yep.
This ain't the best. Might actually want to throw a fate point into this whole little guy. What are these things properly called again? I keep calling them fate, and I don't know why. I'm sorry.
Fortune.
Fortune, okay. Sorry, I knew it was an F. Yeah, the most they can do is just add 1 die, right?
Yep, 1 die.
Which isn't fun. Or, yeah, let's use 1. Why not? Bam. 3 die roll in. And I just gotta get 3 1s, and it'll be fine. Well, not quite 3 1s. Hang on, let me confirm. So that's 2, 3, 3. Yeah, 3 successes.
All right.
So I think I still get hit.
You drop him to 2 successes, but the strand still attaches to you. All right. He's going to use his minor action to pull you in, and now you are dangling in the air, at least 20 feet up. Well, Spider's got you ensnared in its webbing, and you're dangling 20 feet up. Hang on. Let me roll some dice here.
Julius is sure to scream for help.
Alright, it's so tight that it's going to do 5 damage. Ouch. And it's got a difficulty 3 to escape.
Alright, is that reduced by armor or no?
Yeah.
Cool. So in this case, 5 damage reduced by a bit. Cool. 1, 2.
Yeah, if you weren't wearing full plate type... Or no, what's your armor? 1?
Just Brigadine.
Just Brigadine? Well,
Yeah,
that
2.
does 2, right?
Yeah.
So that still puts you under the threshold where it wounds you, which is good.
Mm-hmm. It is causing the suffering, though.
Oh, yeah. You're in a bad spot.
So, if I fill up the, what is it called? Because I'm at 6 damage out of 10. If I do hit the cap at 10, I still am dead or incapacitated. What's the deal?
Okay, so you have 5 wounds that you can, like, at the 5th one, you die. When your bar is depleted, you get a wound. And then
we restart?
you need to spend an action to gain 1 vigor. And,
Okay.
And that's like you've made your like death save and you get back up.
Gotcha.
So it's rough. It's rough. Like recovery is tough in the middle of combat.
But it's possible.
But it's possible, right? So and if you take more than 5 damage, like 5 or more damage in a turn, that also causes a wound. So it's possible you can have your bar depleted and take 5 damage, so you get 2 wounds at the same time, which would be bad.
All right.
But you're all right. You still have 5 points.
Oh yeah. Julius is yelling to all of you to get him out of here.
As he swings through the air.
Yes. This is not a happy moment.
will back up to try to be like under Julius, and then I am going to throw a javelin at the spider.
Oh, an almost straight up shot at the ceiling, 30 feet up. Not a hard target to hit. The spider is quite large.
So for throwing weapons, is it a melee attack? Since it's a melee weapon with a thrown ability, or is it a ranged attack?
Ranged attack.
Okay, that is kind of what I assumed.
If you were stabbing him in close with that weapon, it would be melee,
Right.
but otherwise ranged.
Gotcha. Rolled a 15 and a 19, and my range is not as good as my melee.
All right.
I miss with my javelin as it embeds in the ceiling, I assume.
Okay, well, this is turning into a dangerous predicament.
You cut out there. Dangerous what?
Predicament.
Ah.
Okay, so who's going to go first, Apophis or Julius?
I will go next. I'm going to run as far as I can this way. And can I see this guy yet?
Yeah, if you run down the stairs, you spot him.
Are you not going to help with the spider on the ceiling?
What do you want me to do to the spider?
Oh,
Yeah, he
dear.
has no weapon or fighting power at all.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Well, like seriously, if you have an idea of how I can help with the spider, I'm all ears. But I have no idea.
I was waiting for that pick raider to just eat some star metal downstairs and come back as a boss monster.
And I'm going to shout, "Your soul is mine!"
Giving him a spook. He's wearing a necklace. He's got one soak.
Okay, that's 2 successes.
All right, I'm gonna roll some resolve. Nah, I got nothing. So you generate what? 1 momentum. You hit him.
Yeah. By the way, my health bar for my resolve says 15, but I'm 14, but I'm actually 11.
Yeah, we can fix that. There's a thing right here to change the amount.
Anyways, I'm rolling damage and 2, 4, 5, 6, 7 damage. Resolve damage.
7 resolve damage. All right.
Oh, hey, Beltakas. I was just thinking of something dumb. I don't know if it's possible, though.
He
So there's a
screams in
web.
terror. Ah! He's being chased by a shaman. In a mask. A scary mask.
Yep.
He gains a trauma. He wasn't expecting this today.
It has been a long day. Wasn't he also made to kill all his friends?
Yeah, I mean, he's going mad. He doesn't understand anything that's going on. Sorcery,
A
witchcraft.
long day indeed.
So Julius, what was your dumb idea plan?
Oh, the spider. Does the spider still have 1 sticky web attached to Julius and 1 sticky web attached to the floor?
When he fired a new web, the previous one dropped off.
Ah, okay. I was like, if he had 1 still on the floor, you have a torch, light it on fire, and let's just see what happens.
I was thinking the same thing, actually.
Ah,
Considered lighting on fire the one that was attached to you, but I'm like, no, because then it's also attached to him.
yeah. I don't think you can actually reach that one because that one's up in the air with Julius dangling, I believe. However, dangling he is. Can Julius still fire his weapon or no?
Okay, so you have to spend your action trying to escape, and the difficulty
Oh, yeah,
is
right.
3.
He is grappled, correct?
Yep.
Oh, if you're grappled,
Yeah.
you have to spend your action trying to escape?
Yeah, you can do nothing. Grappling is tough. Don't get grappled. Don't get stunned. Those are almost instant death for everybody, including players. The good thing is, I have all the doom in the world to spend. What was the 2 things? One was athletics, and is the other coordination?
Why don't you try fortune instead?
No, he's asking what to roll.
To burst the webbing and get free, that would be athletics.
Okay, I thought there were 2 items that you could roll, in case you're not good at athletics, but maybe I'm off. Okay.
In this case, I don't think it would apply. I'm pretty sure the only move is to just strength your way through it by breaking the sticky bond.
Yeah, I would say if it's creature specific, that's the case, but grappling, the actual description of it does say an acrobatics or athletics test.
Yeah, I think for
Right.
a regular grapple, you could. Here, he's actually got like an adhesive attached to you, so it's like just all strength to tear free.
Yeah, I'll roll athletic. I know they did that just so that this kind of situation doesn't come up where your worst stat is the only stat, but we'll just keep rolling until it works, right? So, athletics, we don't have any momentum generated.
We do, we have 1.
Oh, we have 1, haha.
And there's
Yeah, so
always
my athletics-
doom.
Yeah, my athletics is terrible, so let's spend 1 of those and 2 doom to roll 5 dice. And let us see, I need 3.
Nice. I'm sitting at 6 doom.
I think that gives you 3. You have a 1 and a 5 in there.
Yes, actually that gives me 1, 2, 3, 4.
All
Yeah,
right.
and-
You break free from your bond and generate a momentum. Nice.
Huzzah! But that was my action. But you know what? The spider kind of sucks. So I'm
So-
gonna spend I'm gonna take another action using my last fortune right now. For the time being. Well, actually, what happens when I break out of the web? Do I have to fall?
So you have
I'm-
options. You
I
can
did
hang
move
on
so
to
I
the
could
web,
catch him.
or you can fall.
think hanging onto the web makes it impossible to shoot. Or am I wrong?
All right, so then you will be falling through the air firing your weapon.
All right, let's try and make this really cool before I break both my legs.
Can I try to catch him?
Yeah, you're down on the ground, just sort of under him. You could try to catch him. It'll be
All
your
right.
reaction for this turn, but sure.
100% okay with that.
Give me a tick. Come on, you. That ain't right. Hang on, I hit like 400 ping and it won't move.
Yeah, it happens.
Yes.
Are you on VPN? Tabletop Simulator hates VPN.
No, I'm not. I'm actually on regular standard. There we go. I went back to 60. Cool. Okay, now. All right, I am going to. All I can do is the action, so I'm going to spend a momentum. Spend that momentum to get 3 die. I can't do a volley midair, right? Probably not. I don't need it. Cool. I got 1, 2, 3, 4 successes.
All right. I will use one of the doom that I've generated so far to try to get out of the way.
Sounds good.
Well, actually, hang on. Let me get rid of another one so I can roll enough dice.
Acrobatics. Wow, not bad. What do you get? 1, 2, 3. I don't know what his top is, but I know his bottom is 3. So
Yeah, it looks like 3 successes. If they were 3s, they'd be double, but yeah, just 3.
No momentum, but you do hit.
Yeah, that works. I can live with myself. This is the best free fall that Julius has probably ever had to deal with. And now let's get some dice in here. Wow. Wow. Thank goodness for those rerolls. Rerolling all 3.
Pew, pew,
3
pew.
damage. 5 damage.
Nice. The spider already had 9 vigor damage, so your arrow hits it right in the eye, and it tries to cling to the ceiling, but it's got a broken leg with an arrow sticking through it, and it can't quite hold on, and it's going to fall to the ground and curl up in a ball and die.
What would you like me to roll to try to catch Julius, or do I just catch Julius?
You're strong enough. You just catch him.
I catch you and I say, "You're welcome, princess."
All right.
For a moment, Julius is taken aback by Beltakis' strong physique. And he'll be thankful for the first time.
Now kiss!
The Pictish raider, wounded and coughing blood, will crawl to 4, where he touches an altar to Yogg, and he cries out a blood-curdling cry, a death cry to Yogg. And all of these mausoleum tombs begin to creep open, the stone sliding to the side as undead hands reach from inside each of these tombs.
Guys? I may need some help.
Sounds like Apophis did something wrong again. I say to Julius.
Julius just sighs. This is his life now.
Hey, you wanted to go deep into the base of the Picts, and here you are.
Just
To be
life.
fair, Julius didn't want to go in the base of the pit.
Julius wanted to be drunk by this time.
There's no reason you can't be drunk. Just get over here.
I mean, or you could stay and you could harvest that giant spider. Maybe he's got valuable venom or something you could take from it.
So, anyways, I'm gonna see if anybody wants to go first before me, because
Let's see, is that player's turn or the undead acting?
Well, the enemy turn was that he activated the sacred altar, and the undead became aroused and opened their doors. So that's their turn, and it's back to the party.
All right, I will pick up my torch. After I'll drop Julius on his butt, I pick up the torch, and then I walk over here, which I assume is...
All right, so you've entered 4. You're in the
Yeah.
sacred burial grounds of the Pictish elite, the kings of the Picts, who have sworn a sacred oath to Yogg to defend the Picts.
All right. Let's see. Basically, I take up a position in this hallway to Spartan this thing.
All right.
Can I take a swing at the Pict Raider who activated the altar?
Let's see. Yeah, you can take a swing at him. That's fine.
I say, or is picking up the torch and moving over there my turn?
Nah.
I'm fine with either way you decide that.
It probably took him a moment to do the thing at the altar, so I'll allow it. It's fine.
Okay, so I come up and I try to melee him. 1 success.
He's crippled and wounded, so he's not going to try to dodge it.
Cool.
And traumatized. Don't forget traumatized.
Yes, that too.
He's very dead.
Super dead. Blah. Okay, having slain the Pict before the altar of Picts. Let's see.
Then I prepare for whatever the fuck is gonna come out of these things that I haven't seen yet. So as far as I'm aware, it's nothing that bad.
Oh, those tokens look promising.
Yeah, I can't possibly see anything going poorly in the next 10 seconds.
This was a great idea. You have to admit.
All right, so that was his turn. What does Julius do?
We're still in combat, I presume.
Well, you're in a different room. You're not quite sure where everybody's gone. They're around the corner somewhere. You're not sure what's up.
Do I know if my spells work on undead?
Since
I am Stygian. I am a Stygian sorcerer specifically. So that seems like something I would know.
Maybe a lore check.
I'm going to say no. I'm going to say undead are mindless and can't be influenced the way a human could.
Okay, awesome. So more stuff that I'm useless against.
Yeah, like I was saying.
The difficulty has risen steadily, hasn't it?
Can I? Is there any like lick your wounds sort of thing? Reduce some of the vigor damage I have, or no?
You can spend your action to regain 1 point.
All right. Julius will sit by a comfy-looking rock, put his back against it, and try to take a quick breather, spending 1 action.
I imagine you could get a bonus action. Yeah, spend some momentum or use one of your fortune and then do another one, and then you'd get like 2 healing in a turn.
Well, we have no momentum, and I'm out of fortune, so I'm just going to spend it for that.
Ah, those resources.
Yep, and that's fine by me.
Your party may have overstepped. Will you have to retreat from these dark dungeons? They seem dangerous. Apophis, what do you do?
Taking a breath downtown, waiting for the leader to make a call.
You heard the Pict say some incantations that sounded somewhat vaguely magical. And he called out to Yogg. You know the name of Yogg as a evil deity of the Picts.
And you're sure Enslave doesn't work on them?
Pretty sure, yeah.
Because you know it costs me a fortune to cast Enslave, right?
It costs you a resolve.
No, it cost me a resolve and several momentum.
Yeah.
Minimum.
But yeah, I was to say, I think he ruled undead are mindless and therefore don't have a mind to enslave.
Yeah, no, I heard that part.
Yeah, your abilities are really tuned for working on sentient human beings that are alive.
Yeah.
Great in that one condition, but not so great in some other conditions.
Okay, I will stand here and see how this goes.
You do have a knife. Maybe that'll do the trick.
I mean, I have a sword, but
Ah, right.
it does very little. Like my melee skill is ridiculously low. And how much damage does a sword do? Like 4?
Yeah. Like if it's a broadsword.
One less than my broadsword.
Also, we killed a lot of picks. There's probably like you can grab one of their spears, which have some range on it, which gives you that much more leverage.
This is true. A spear is a pretty good weapon. The increased reach will also keep enemies at bay, increasing the difficulty if they're trying to attack you with shorter weapons, like their hands.
Okay, then I will come over here. I will grab a spear, and then I will come back here again.
All right.
We can also throw Rowana at them because, like, they can only eat so much at a time.
Exactly.
As we run away.
Once I learned the kill bots had a kill limit, I just threw waves upon waves of my own men at them until they, shut down.
A brave and noble way to do it.
Okay, that's my turn.
All right.
If I can, I ready an action to stab when one of them comes in range.
What to do?
I was confident when I thought they were undead, but I became unconfident when they looked like spellcaster tokens.
All right. From this first crypt emerges a crawling undead. He rises to his feet, and his cloak and his robes decaying sort of dangle from his sort of skeletal frame. He's going to point a withered staff at Biltakis. And he's going to open his skeletal mouth as if to speak, but no words come out. And then
We're fine.
and then he will claw around at his rib cage for something at his belt, and he'll throw it at you.
Does it look like anything in particular, or?
Okay. I think I have to make a ranged attack to throw it at you, so let me do that. I will spend 1 doom to get a dice, and then I'll roll 3 for a ranged attack. Bop, bop, bop.
3 20s.
Looks like I've got 2 successes. All right, so he throws a bag at you. Are you going to try to dodge it?
Yeah, I'll try to get out of the way of the old man's sack that is being thrown at me.
I don't like anything the way you just said that.
So I get 1 success and 1 complication.
All right. So it was, let's see, D1 to hit you, and you reduced it by 1, but he had 2 successes.
Yep, so still a hit, but he doesn't generate anything extra.
So what happens is this area that you're standing in is filled with a powdery mist. And you begin to cough almost immediately as it stings your eyes and your nose. All right. Roll a difficulty 4 resolve test.
Resolve test. So what am I rolling?
Or not
for?
resolve. Discipline. Sorry.
Okay.
Discipline difficulty 4.
So I pretty much cannot succeed at this. Because we don't have any momentum. So I will generate... yeah, but I'm going to guess if there's no chance of me succeeding, I probably just want to reduce it as much as possible. I'll generate 1 doom, I guess.
Okay.
I got 1 success.
Okay.
'Cause
So
I had to roll an 8 or lower.
what happens is you are under the influence of a powerful, dangerous drug. The drug of madness. You are driven mad. You are prone to irrational acts and fears, reacting in extreme fashion to the most minor provocation. Any rational action requires successful D4 discipline test and the attempt paid for with a point of doom. A complication on the resistance test when this is consumed results in an ongoing state of madness that can only be cured through the treatment of a healer or through powerful magic.
My. You just became a Walmart shopper on Christmas.
I just hit you with some crazy shamanistic drugs. The world is tripping out and the walls are starting to melt.
You know what would be rational? Running away. You know what would be irrational? Running straight at the sky.
Sure. Well, it does say you react in an extreme fashion to minor provocations, so if somebody threw something at you and you're going nuts, why not?
Oh yeah, this guy's super dead.
However, you are tripping balls at this point.
Yeah, I mean, there's 6 of him, obviously.
Yeah. Dangerous alchemy. Alright. This one's going to crawl to here. And this one's going to crawl to here. This one's going to crawl to here. And this one's going to crawl to here. They don't move very fast. Their wretched undead form is very slow and unable to move with any kind of dexterity. So these ones, they're going to do some things. All right, so this one can see...
Is this a wall that basically blocks line, or...?
That is a wall, but this one can see from this corner to that corner, and we'll target Apophis with a shout. An undead curse. Let's see if I can hit you. I've got 1 success. Do you want to make a resolve to resist it? It's sort of like a shout attack.
Discipline, right?
Discipline? Yeah, that's what I meant. Sorry. I get those mixed up a lot.
Oh, also, do recall, you can choose to fail whenever you want to generate a fate point.
True.
Unfortunately. So when you know you're rolling a 4 negative, have a good time to just be like, you know what, I'll take the fortune.
Oh, if I had known that, yeah, I would have done that. Okay.
I forgot about that too.
Okay, so this one he wants to scare Apophis, but Apophis is steadfast and unaffected by the glare of the undead. All right, so it's back to the party's turn. The other creeping undead, you can hear them crawling around the corner. They're gonna be here any moment.
Beltakis yells, "Don't worry, Apophis. Julius will head back to town and bring the army. Until then, we bring murder!" And I run at this guy.
Somewhere, Julius feels like he's being talked about.
Oh, I'm yelling it. You can probably hear it.
Yeah, we're not too far.
It reverberates through the cavern.
Can we just pretend these rings are here and get rid of these torches?
Yeah, if you don't want them there, you can just move them off to the side. If they get in the way.
Alright, I come at this guy hard style. I get 2 successes on my attack.
Okay.
Since I am in a fit of madness, does it say anything for mechanical? Like, does it affect my ability to attack at all?
If you try to, like, not be crazy, you have to make that really difficult roll, but as long as you just continue to act in a irrational and mad way, sure. Just do whatever.
Okay. Then I am trying to kill him with insanity strength. So does he parry or anything?
No.
Alright, then I generate a momentum.
No, these things are total glass cannons. They can't hardly even take a hit either, so we'll see. They hit...
Spoilers! Don't tell us they're glass cannons. Let us find out when we hit them.
It's a wizard, isn't it obvious? I mean, come on.
No.
2, 4, 6, 8,
Jesus
10.
Christ.
He explodes.
I will burn my 2 momentum to cleave through.
Okay.
Do it again. Oh, that's 5 damage on the cleave through, right?
Yeah, so I figure I'll just...
Cleave through kills the second target as well. Pop, pop.
And then
His dusty bones collapse to the ground, no longer containing the magic that animated them.
I laugh maniacally.
Okay, is this square still covered in stuff? And can I hold my breath as I run through it?
It is, but not enough to affect you.
Okay.
You can sort of avoid it and hold your breath and do various mitigating factors.
Especially since I have a lot of experience with psychoactive drugs.
Right.
But does Rowana?
No, Rowana does not, but Rowana is staying in the hallway where I've told her to stay put.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure that's a once and done. It doesn't leave a lingering effect.
I, emboldened by that attack, am going to come over here and spear this guy.
All right, you run up at him. You give him a good thrust with a spear.
Yeah, let's see. Melee. I think I have a 6 in melee? 7. I have a 7 in melee. So I'm going to burn a fortune to get an extra die.
All right. Spear is an unbalanced piercing weapon with 4 damage dice.
I get 1 success.
1 success. All right.
Huzzah!
Roll those damages.
What is damage on a spear?
4. And if you've got brawn, which you probably don't, then it would be more than 4.
Yeah,
I have an 8 in brawn. It's not a 6.
Yeah, 9 is what you need for a +1.
And it has piercing 1 if it has any armor.
These undead are not armored. They're just bones and rags.
Hey, 5 damage.
Yeah.
All right.
Damn.
You pierce him in a vital area and he disintegrates.
Nice.
Huzzah! All right. Quick question.
I did a kill. Guys, I did a kill.
So, is this an overlook going down?
This is something that was a little confusing to me at first. So there's 2 tunnels, right? There's an upper tunnel and a lower tunnel. Now you can only take the lower tunnel by going down these stairs and these stairs to get to that area down there.
But
so
can you see the lower tunnel? From
no,
the upper?
no, there's no visible line of sight in these areas here. So you can only cross through from here to here, and you can only cross through from there to there.
Yeah, they're like ant tunnels.
I mean, maybe if you did some mining, you could cut through. Because the walls would be only a few feet thick there.
Anyways, it's your turn, Julius.
Yes.
Leave and go tell the army what happened.
Now, Julius, from that side corridor you were just eyeing a moment ago, you feel a slight breeze as if that connects to the outside world somehow.
And escaping would be great. But Julius has made a promise to himself to make sure that if anyone dies, it's because he strangled them. So yes, how far can I get in one minor maneuver?
You can move 1 zone with a minor action, so you can move from 3 to 4.
Okay. And if Julius is like, I don't know, can I get here?
Sure.
All right. So this thing is cover, right? Or not cover? Yeah, it's cover.
It is a wall, a solid wall, floor to ceiling.
Right. Okay. So I can see this one, dude. So let's hit that guy. All right. Julius is first going to admire the handiwork.
Thank you.
And then say to Apophis, "You killed him?"
All by myself.
I didn't see it, so I'll have to ask Beltakis later to confirm. But anyhow, he's gonna fire a shot into the ghoul, the zombie, whatever we got here. Just 2. Hopefully that works. 2 success.
All right. That'll hit.
All right.
1 momentum generated, yeah.
Nice. Okay. And I'm not gonna roll it yet. I'm gonna hold that off to the side. We could probably use some. Get some die in here. Get a pool of dice. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 damage and re-roll the 2.
He explodes.
Okay.
With a screech.
All right.
All right. Beltakis, enraged, draws the attention of this undead creature. The undead creature will claw at you with its cold, icy grasp. So here's a melee attack, 2 dice. I've got double fail. He actually like trips and he falls down and he shatters his skull and he just dies.
Oh no.
These were very fragile undead.
Yes.
I'm scared if I roll double fail.
Laughing maniacally, Beltacus walks up to Apophis and just says, "You killed a thing! You did it!" And he just like grabs him and then like gives him a headbutt while laughing.
Okay, so when you're under the influence, somebody can attempt to give you a what is it? It is a
Council, yeah.
Animal handling.
I
animal
thought it was
handling.
council for,
Yeah,
healing.
it's a counsel. So you can attempt to counsel him in order to ease his madness. Otherwise, he will continue to be insane.
I will attempt to counsel.
All right, all right.
Nice.
Let's see, my counsel.
Let's see how good a trip sitter you are. He's watching the walls melt with demon faces sticking out of everywhere, and they're all telling him murder, murder, murder.
I've got a 14 in counsel.
Nice.
2 successes.
Okay, so you are being counseled, and so that will sort of keep you under control, but you're still under the influence. So on
Momentum?
it was difficulty 2, so that actually did not.
Okay.
Beltacus kind of is breathing heavy with a bloodthirsty grin on his face. He goes, "In the next room, I think there's probably more things to kill."
I'm going to go ahead and scalp this Pict.
And Beltacus, unless somebody says otherwise, is insanely just walking down the hallway, sword and
Julius.
torch.
Julius does call for Beltacus, and he says he needs his strong back and manly physique, if he would be so kind.
What do
Rowana,
you need, my friend?
Rowana is going to inspect one of the skeletal bodies, and she's going to say, "Look at this, it's got coins in its eye sockets."
I walk over there and look through the coins in the eye sockets.
Okay. Every one of these bodies has 2 copper coins, 1 in each eye. There were 5 of them, so that's 10 copper coins altogether.
Okay, I will pass. I'll give 5 copper coins to Beltacus, and then 5 copper coins to
Julius.
Yeah.
Beltacus looks at the money, drops it on the ground, and just goes, "I don't need this.
I take,
only need blood."
then I take his copper coins.
The undead also have pouches tied at their belts, at their waist, little pouches. One of them threw one of those pouches and had an effect on your friend. Maybe those
Julius.
pouches are of some importance.
Yes, they are.
Julius, what is the task that you have for me?
How many pouches are there?
4 did not get thrown. You might want to make a note there, the Drug of Madness from page 93 of the Book of Skelos. It's an herbal concoction from the herbalism pages.
Okay, I'm just putting Skelos 93. Skelos page 93.
Yeah. Let's see. When using a single concoction, an herbalist can reroll, blah, blah, blah. An herbalist can use concoction to help a patient fight off diseases, blah, blah, blah. Yeah, I guess it's not really related.
Now, would the drugs have worked on the undead?
No. No, they're immune to drugs. They don't have anatomy anymore. They were skeletal.
Okay. I'm going to go ahead and do something here that I haven't done in a while. I am going to take my Mitra's Heavenly Gaze and get me a vision.
Mitra's Heavenly Gaze. What page was that on?
Oh, it's under Petty Enchantments in the main book.
Petty Enchantments of the main book.
Yeah. And if you want to give me the page number, I'll write it down. It gives me an effect, and then in lore, it gives me a vision that can be helpful.
Am I missing it? Where is it?
Well, I thought it was on there.
You sure it's not in the Book of Skelos?
I don't think so.
No, I found it in the Book of Skelos. It's on page 95.
Oh, okay. Never mind then. All right.
I was on a wild goose chase for a minute there. Okay, so, yeah, Mitra's Heavenly Gaze. I haven't really looked at this one before. This powder is small, carefully controlled doses may be taken as a method of encouraging visions. Shamanistic or visionaries seek out a talented alchemist with the ability, blah, blah, blah. Alright. So, you've already prepared it. Once it's ingested, you roll a combat dice, and the number on the die determines the effect. So, roll a combat die and tell me what you get.
Yep. 2.
Alright. So, a 2 says, overcome weakness. For one scene, subject of spell acts as if wounds are treated.
Okay, so it's not really going to help me right now, but it could if I get wounded.
Yeah, technically, during the scene, you are able to ignore a wound. Yep.
Okay. And my vision.
Okay. The vision that you have is one of your spirit leaving your body, and when it leaves your body, it sort of travels aimlessly throughout the caverns, floating and floating, and it floats through 7, and it floats through a little maze of twisting caverns and corridors until it arrives at 6. And here at 6, you float before a strange door. And you see in your mind's eye this door opening, but only if you can perform a specific magical sorceress incantation here at the door. And you sense something ancient and inhuman beyond that doorway. And it almost makes your inner mind afraid at its alienness.
Okay. Good to know. I impart knowledge of, I know where we should travel.
So from here, there are numerous doors leading into each of these 5 crypts, and there's also stairs leading down into a... Oh, God damn it. The lag tonight, what the hell? Okay. There are 5 chambers here that the undead came out of that you could investigate, and there's stairs that lead into 5. Down a twisting corridor.
Well, I'll check the tombs first.
So I was reading the description for the Powder of Madness. It looks like since I didn't get a complication, the treatment means that I'm allowed to, like, basically come out of it.
I'm going to say that there's, like, a duration that you're still tripping, but as long as you've been counseled, you're not freaking out.
Okay.
So you're still role-playing it, you're just not mechanically influenced.
Yeah. Beltacus does say to Julius, goes, I should at least creep forward and see what's down the next way.
Wait, there could be enemies in these tombs, I say.
Very well.
So what's in Tomb A?
Okay. You investigate Tomb A.
Yes.
Alright.
Do I need to roll a thing?
5 tombs. So, the tomb, it's got a sarcophagus, and the sarcophagus is open, and the undead had crawled out of it. Like some force had pried open the lid, so it lies ajar. And you can actually get down inside if you want. It looks like some of the belongings of the undead kings of the Picts might have fallen off as they were old and decrepit and decayed. The parts fell off them as they crawled out.
Okay, anything of value?
All right, you look inside and you see a marvelous Pictish tomahawk.
Okay. Marvelous Pictish tomahawk is what I find.
Yeah.
Okay, add that to the list.
This could have been like the private personal weapon of one of the Pictish kings. It seems to be of, high quality compared to the typical.
Is it like laced with gold or something?
The typical caveman weapon they use is pretty primitive, but this one is indeed laced with like precious metals and has a keener edge than your average tomahawk.
Okay, next.
All right, you move to the second chamber. The second chamber, much like the first, in here you will find a marvelous spear.
A what?
Spear.
A marvelous spear?
Yeah, much better than the one that you're holding. The one that you're holding is crap compared to this like nice king's spear, like gold filigree and fine scroll work. Very decorative.
Well, I will take that and use it myself. Okay, next.
Okay. The next tomb seems to be the tomb of a merchant lord, and he wanted to be buried with his treasure, so what you find is a sack that contains a large number of gems.
Okay, sack of gems. That's good. Do you want to put a price on that?
You would probably have to have it appraised before you'd know for sure, but there's a lot of them. You can assume it's worth a lot.
Sack of lots of gems. Okay, next.
Okay. You go into the next chamber. This one, a crown fell off his head.
Oh, a crown. A nice crown?
It's made of gold. It's got some gemstones. The Picts are not the most evolved. They don't have the fanciest stuff, the highest craft. So it is a primitive-looking crown, but it's made of some valuable metals.
Okay, next.
You can just say that's 5 gold on that one. You can tell.
Okay, fine.
And the last one contains a fine ceremonial dagger.
Fine ceremonial dagger.
It's got some writing inscribed on it that you probably can't read. It's a dagger of Yog. It's religious in nature.
Dagger of Yog. Got it. So I have some ideas of what I can do for that incantation. Is there anything that I can do to try and figure out that incantation? Like, can I roll a lore check or something?
Yeah, roll a lore check. What do you get?
Okay. I'm going to burn a fortune on this, because this is important.
You're talking about the incantation that raised the undead to fight you?
No. The incantation that opens that door.
Oh, that one. I'm going to say you can't roll that until you're in front of the door, sorry.
Oh, then give me another token, because I just deleted one.
Yeah, you got it.
Okay, well, I'll roll it once I'm in front of the door then.
There you go.
Okay, excellent.
Yeah.
Is that everything, or is there one more tomb?
No, you searched all 5.
Okay, in that case, all right, guys, let's move on to 5.
As he's like stuffing sacks of gems into his coat.
We'll divvy all this stuff up later.
With everything we found and all the information that we have, don't we want to go back? This place is a complex. You bring an army down here. You go through this with a group.
I promise you that this place will be more guarded if we leave and come back, that an army may not be able to get into it. Right now, we have an opportunity, and I know there is treasure to be had here. Not only did I just find some that we will divvy up when we get back to town, but I also have had a vision, and I have seen things deeper in the cave. We should press on.
I've seen things deeper in the cave too, like undead and giant spiders.
And we've handled them marvelously.
He looks back at Julius when he hears that statement.
I'm really happy that you actually commented on the fact that you've encountered horrors and the undead. You would be freaking the fuck out.
And powders of madness.
That's good
Julius,
RP.
Do you have any opinion on this?
Julius.
You know, Julius, I've had visions, but no, there's shit. had to switch characters, didn't you? Velku, are you there?
Yes. What's up?
Yes, if you had any opinion.
Yeah. Apophis is like trying to goad us to go further in. I'm just like, you have money, just let us just leave and get the army and come back.
However, he did just explain that it's your like only opportunity. Maybe he didn't get across the importance of like the vision that he had.
I also explained that I had a deep vision, and I've been deeper into the caverns, and I know what lies beyond, and there are treasures to be had here.
Yeah, Julius agrees that everything we've seen is beyond mortal kind and absolutely the worst thing in existence. But we're probably destined to die down here, so we should.
So we've both fallen to madness, and Beltox just starts laughing. Yeah, very well. Then I continue down towards 5.
I call Rowana to me. I say, Rowana, get over here right now.
All right.
I
She
walk-
runs
walk
over
down.
and she tries to get closer to the light. She's like, "It's scary down here. I can't
walk-
believe those undead, those skeletons. They were walking on their own. This is horrifying. I want to go home."
I say, you've done an excellent job.
She's done a terrible job. And Beltacus, as he's walking down towards 5 with the torch held above us, he goes down, down into the deep where the drums sound.
Okay. So you get into 5. 5 is an area where it looks like there would be sort of like ceremonial mummification of a body. Like after a king dies, maybe they'd bring them to this chamber and they'd prepare the body. So there's a lot of pottery that contains a variety of oils and preservatives, and
Are
there's
those stairs?
bandages. Those are not stairs. These are sort of shelves that contain all the things I'm describing.
Okay, got it.
So you will find whatever you call the room where they do all the mummification, sort of like the mummification embalming room, you know, the processing room for making mummies. It looks like it hasn't been used very often, maybe once a generation or so, but you find whatever goods would be used for that here.
Any alchemical supplies?
Well, like I said, there are pottery, and the pots contain a variety of interesting oils and preservatives, so those would count as alchemical ingredients, yeah.
So how many alchemical ingredients do I get off of it?
Well, I mean, you could take it, but it's like a big pot, so it's kind of heavy. So it's probably got like a bulk of 3 or 4. I don't know.
Well, do I not have like I don't know, like a glass bottle on me or something that I could use in my alchemist kit?
I guess if you just want to take a sample, sure.
Oh yeah, I want to. How many samples can I take? I'd like to take as many alchemical ingredients as I can get.
I mean, I'll say yeah, you do have at least 1 bottle, but probably not more than that.
Just one.
Beltaka starts walking out of the room, seeing that there is nothing in there except
But
for.
there's no reason you couldn't carry 1 full pot of stuff. So like, if you want to carry like a sample of one thing and a whole pot of the other thing, you can do that. But it's like something big, that a bulky item you'd be carrying in both arms, like a big pot.
I'll just take the sample and leave the rest.
Okay. Did you take the preservative or the oil?
Which one equals 1 alchemical ingredient?
I mean, either of them could be 1 alchemical ingredient, but I mean, you could set fire to oil, and you could use a preservative to actually preserve something. So, I mean, it actually has other uses, but if you're just going to use it for an ingredient, whatever. It's just one item.
I'll take the oil just in case. I don't know.
Sure. Yeah. If you need to create a little wall of fire to keep some undead at bay, it could come in handy.
Yeah, absolutely.
Also, in this corner right here is something interesting.
What it is.
But I think I'm going to make it something of a puzzle, and we're already past midnight, so I'd like to save it for next week.
Okay.
Sound good to you guys?
Okay.
All right.
Good stuff.
So I'll figure out the details of this puzzle, because it does relate to the rooms beyond, like room 41 that you're trying to get to. So
how many murder points?
Well, I was only going to give you the 100 XP, but you made some good progress, so you can have the full 300. And I already said you could have the 50, so it's 350 XP for everyone.
Okay, so it's actually just 200 extra for me and...
yeah, if you already marked 100,
yeah.
yes.
For me and Kenderoff, yeah.
Yep. Alright, so everybody gets some XP. You've all contributed. You've all explored the Underdark of the Pictish Empire. So you can sort of see their setup. You go down into here, and then there's like the big living quarters area. Then there's like the burial chambers over here. Their kings were buried, and they had the guardian, the guardian of their burial chambers, which they would feed regularly, so it would not eat them. And so you sort of wandered into its territory.
Ever since you mentioned there was going to be a dungeon crawl like 3 weeks ago, I've been looking forward to this. So I'm super excited. Like this is me on holiday here.
Yeah, I enjoy a good dungeon crawl too. Plus, it's a chance to bust out some more interesting enemies.
Yep.
The undead and the giant monsters and things, the stuff that you probably won't find too much up on the surface, where things are mostly normal and you'll mostly fight minions and champions of the Picts.
Yeah.
A Pictish champion is going to be tough. Like, you might think the minions are scrubs, but like when a champion comes at you on a horse, and he's got armor, and he's got a weapon, and he's got like full, like five wounds, just like you've got, he might pose more of a challenge.
Do I have 5 wounds? Like, how do I get wounded exactly?
When your vigor is depleted, that's when you receive a wound. Or when you take 5 vigor damage at one time, that's when you receive a wound. You can suffer 4 wounds and still be alive. At the 5th wound, you are just dead.
Yeah.
All right. I am going to log off because I have a cat that is screaming at me.
All right.
Because he has decided it is time for attention.
Hey, well,
So,
thanks for
you
being
guys-
here. It was a good game.
Good
Yeah,
night.
fun.
I had a lot of fun. You did a great job, man.
All right.
You guys have a good night.
See you next time. Hopefully we'll have an additional person. There'll be like a captive that the Picts have captured and put down here in a cage somewhere, and you'll just find them. I love adding people in the middle of an adventure.
Yeah, absolutely.
All right.
And then they'll be grateful.